I'm hoping this is working. I'm hoping this is working. Can I? Connor, are you there? He's sneaking in. What's good? What's good? How are you?
Not too bad. How are we doing?
Yeah, it sound good for everyone.
Hi everyone.
The music's tad loud. Oh, that'll turn off in a minute. Don't worry about that. Let me just turn that off. All right. Now, there we go.
That's all you need.
I know, right? Tell me. So you need. So let me get these sound here. Okay, this is good. Everyone can hear Colmac, all right?
Hi Westy.
I've just realised that I've put you on my display that had the show notes on, so now I can't see the show notes. That's great.
Right. I normally never panic before any form of stream, but I got to this one and was like, I got a bit frightened before. I was like, shit, I should probably read the notes. I was like, I've read them once, but I've not read them since. I was like, we'll just wing it and then shit in it a little bit. It's fine.
No, absolutely. Oh wow. Okay. Look, this is insane, really, isn't it? To be fair, because we've talked about this. I think it came just off the cuff, didn't it? Really, I think sort of like November time. It was just before the small skinny quiz, and I think, and then it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a podcast. You're like, yeah, I'll be on it, and I'm like, will you? We're gonna have to restart, I think, Connor. We're gonna have to restart. Well done, Ollie.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know. We
Well
won't.
done, Ollie.
We won't. I just don't know how to turn that off. So if anybody can turn that off, wow. Let's. Oh, I'll just open Streamlabs. You just keep drinking Sneak. Just please keep doing that. Then we'll get an ad some way, won't we? Why am I opening up?
No, and I don't. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I know, right? What is? Look, I've got bloody Streamlabs opening up for some bloody reason. It is. See, how do? Yeah. It's not the alerts. Okay, we're here.
I'm not here.
We're here.
There I am.
So, guys, if you're just joining us, and I will refer to things in the third person. If you're just listening, if you've just tuned in, whatever it is, if you're listening on a drive, all that sort of stuff, this was recorded live on Twitch. You can find us here. It's you can find me, Aphen TV, at twitch.com/Aphen TV, and you can find Conmac at
everywhere.
Yeah, of course, because he's so fucking big. He's so fucking big. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, chat. Thank you so much for being here tonight. This is insane. We're ironing out some crinks and some kinks and whatever else you want to call it. And yeah, so back to, I think we've kind of got things sorted now. Opening up Streamlabs halfway through a stream is never going to. I mean, guys? We can't say. Come on. You've got OBS open and then you open up Streamlabs. I mean, have you ever done anything like that, Connor? Because you switched to Streamlabs to OBS recently.
I'm a professional streamer, so I wouldn't do anything like that.
This is all I'm going to get off you, isn't it? This is literally all I'm going to get. This is fantastic.
This can be edited out.
It's going to be edited out. Don't worry about it. So, thanks. The idea, Connor, we spoke about this. The idea is to have much more of ignore the topic. That's outdated. So the idea is to have a more personal, sort of honest discussion, looking at streaming and streaming stories. That's what What's Aphening is all about, realistically. I know, right, Fana? And so tonight, you very kindly, Connor, you've offered to sort of be the guinea pig, so to speak, in terms of deep diving into your story. I mean, the amount of innuendos that's going to be here is.
Oh, I know, yeah.
I know, right? So, I mean. There can't be anyone in the chat that doesn't know you, but quickly, if you want to just let's start the top of the show with a quick round robin of where your socials are at.
So you can follow me on multiple platforms. I've recently started using TikTok a little bit more. I put a video up today. You'd like to go and like it. I've got Twitter. You already know I'm all on Twitch because I've got 1,000 followers and I'm basically famous.
Look at this.
And that's pretty much it, really. And we can't say that one live on air, or else we get in trouble. You silly sausage.
Yeah, we can't say phonely ands. It sounds like, look at this with the sneak ball. Guys, yeah, it's interesting. For those of you that didn't see the stream last night, we were talking about self-promotion in streams. Not self-promoting in other people's streams, but self-promoting in your own stream. Go and like my TikToks and stuff. And what Connor's just done there is a prime example of everything that we said that you shouldn't do. What the heck? Okay,
Chuckles. What does that say?
Yeah, you know what it says. You know what it says.
Oh, fucking hell. Thank you for the follow. Whoever just followed me, I appreciate it very
Brilliant.
much.
It's working already. Then see, it's working already. You may have 1K follows, but you're getting follows from me, boy. Right. Let's get into it. Let's get into the nitty gritty then, realistically. So, let's just get straight into it. And if some of you had seen my TikTok from recently, you would have seen that we had we had a question from little Tommy down the road, which was, what made you get into streaming? So literally, Connor, yeah, how did you and why did you get into streaming?
Okay, so we about 5 years ago there were five of us, and I said I want to do a 24-hour stream for Macmillan. So we was like, I rounded up the troops. We got Fanlight in there. Gillian was there. We had Ikasai, you've probably seen about it a few times. We had a few of us as well that we know elsewhere. We did a 24-hour stream. It was dog shit. It was made in Elgato's software.
Oh,
my mate then he made the full overlay himself, which was, you know what, at the time 5 years ago, it was shit. So yeah, we did a 24-hour stream, and I never continued it. I got quite a lot of followers. I'll be honest. I didn't remember them because I didn't have any alerts. It was the bog standard. It was just the screen, the game. And then I was just chatting shit. I don't know if we didn't get banned, to be fair. We said some right shit.
So yeah. What? Literally just Macmillan? It was a case of like, we don't have to go down that road just yet. But was Macmillan a personal cause to you or something? It was like,
we've had a few people in my family quite recently as well. We've had quite a lot of people that have had like issues that are obviously related to Macmillan. So I wanted to do something for them. I was supposed to do a marathon last year. I'm not flexing a little bit, but I was supposed to do a marathon last year to raise money for him as well, but that got cancelled. So I was going to do one. All right, guys. So I was going to do one, but yeah, it got cancelled like a few weeks before, which was shit. But yeah, we So then after that, we left it for 4 years, and then after the lockdown came, I think pretty much everyone's in the same boat. Lockdown came, and we all ended up doing the. We all ended up like, you know what, we've all got time on our hands now. I weren't working. I went from doing 37 hours a week and training all the time to again flex. I do CrossFit. To basically having a shitload of time on my hands. So I think the first month I finished a load of games that I was playing. And I can't remember what it was. It was something really random. We were like, you know what, we'll give it a crack. So I loaded it up. I got all my mates to come and watch me. I had literally the people that were there on the 24-hour stream. We got all them in, and they were the only ones that were sat there watching me.
Sorry. You started streaming with a 24-hour stream.
Officially, yeah.
Fantastic.
It was a one-off.
Legit, Con. I've known you. Nearly half a year now. It's 6 months or whatever. It's something crazy. So the fact that you start with something as balls deep as a 24 hours, it's fuck it. Let's stream. I'll do a 24. What the hell, bro?
we didn't think it'd be that hard, right? We were like, we game for like 18 hours a day anyway. It got to. I can't remember what time we started. Fanlight will write in a minute what time we started, but we started at a decent time where we could then go to sleep kind of straight after it. But when it got to about 6 a.m., I was like, I need to go and have a shower. I'm gonna conk out. So I then shared my mate's screen on PlayStation. I went and had a shower. So the show went on. The show went on. Yeah, I nearly fell asleep in the shower.
Wow.
It was horrendous. But yeah, we carried it on, and it was really good. I enjoyed it, but we will never ever do one again. Ever. We've all said.
Yeah, you've said, haven't you? You've said that you would never do a 24-hour. Yeah, okay. Get the ad in. He's drinking from a sneak bottle, listeners. He's drinking from a sneak bottle. So you've said on numerous streams that you would never do a 24-hour, like just briefly, because I just realised that actually this conversation we could do a 24-hour stream right now. Con, you realise that?
We could keep chatting shit.
But so what is it about that 24-hour? You start with that. What made you say, okay, we're not doing one of them again?
Because it ruined our sleeping patterns for the next week.
Oh,
it was
for
horrendous.
Real? Okay.
It was so bad. I think I slept. I think Fanlight said it was 9 till 9 that we did, and I literally slept for the rest of the entire next day. It was horrendous, and then I couldn't get into a sleeping pattern. I was like, you know what, I didn't do it. I didn't think, you know what, I don't think affiliate was around then either, so there weren't kind of an incentive to kind of
Sure.
to stream because you didn't get emotes or anything like that. It was kind of a bit shit. So we ended up just saying, right, we'll do that one, and then I literally never even thought about it again. I had my Twitch account. I've had my Twitch account for like 10 years or some shit like that.
So did you use Twitch before then, Connor? Did you use Twitch before? Did you like watch streamers or anything?
Nope. I literally I followed maybe 2 people, and I don't remember why I followed them.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was. We literally didn't even touch it. Fanlight used it a hell of a lot more than me. Fanlight actually used it.
Yeah.
I must have made the account. I can't remember why I made the account. There must have been a reason I did it like 9 years ago. Maybe Fanlight might have told me to do one.
I mean, like I had a Twitch account before I used Twitch, if you know what I mean. Because playing World of Warcraft at the time, I was you'd use add-ons and stuff like this to like mods, like you would know mods for Skyrim essentially. I can't take you seriously when you take out your sneak bottle because you do. But mods for Skyrim, essentially mods for World of Warcraft, and they were done through something called through CurseForge, which eventually was then bought out by Twitch. So we ended up having to use Twitch to download the mods and the add-ons. But I never used Twitch in terms of, oh, I'm going to go on Twitch today and watch some streamers. I knew streaming was a thing, but for me, I was quite. I guess I was naive up until about like last year, probably the year before, and thinking that streaming typically was more esports related. You know what I mean? Like that's where your streamers were at, esports and vlogs. And then so I had a Twitch account for that. So let's look at your motivation for then almost the return to streaming.
Return of the Mac.
With the return of the Mac, return of the Con Mac. When the lockdown hit, what happened there?
So I started streaming. It was pretty much on my birthday. I was like, you know what, I want to get back into this. So
this is last year, right?
25th of April, my birthday. Yeah. So this is last year. Yeah. So 2020 it was. So when did we go into lockdown? Was it March?
Yeah.
So in March, we did absolutely nothing. We just played games together, and we must have talked about it somewhere. There must have been somewhere along the line. We must have been on FIFA just chatting shit. And I must have said to Fan, right, I want to do streaming again. I'm pretty sure I found my old Elgato, which Ikasai gave to me for that first ever stream. It was an Elgato HD, so it was the bog standard one. It were basic as fuck. My computer was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I can get this running, I'll give it a shot. And I was like, as long as you guys come in and play some games, mate. Originally, I wanted to play some games with my mates. I started with online stuff. So I started playing online games to start with, so like Siege, FIFA. I was a FIFA streamer.
Wow.
I cannot believe that. We played some FIFA, some clubs and stuff like that.
So did you FIFA stream? You didn't just FIFA stream clubs or anything like that?
Smite as well. Yeah. There we go.
Smite's a MOBA, isn't it? Chat. Smite's a MOBA.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I would know Heroes of the Storm in comparison to that. I've never really understood how someone streams FIFA. I mean, I can get the idea of me playing against my mates and having a laugh in the Discord chat and maybe streaming that. But in terms of streaming, I mean, what were you doing? Online leagues or something?
We did pro clubs. It was literally
we did pro clubs, right? How's it fucking pro?
That's where it all started. So we did. It was mainly Siege that we did, but then when some of my mates weren't on and stuff like that, then we play FIFA with Simon and are we having a drink?
Yeah, let's do it.
We play FIFA with me and Fanlight and Simon play FIFA.
Sure.
And it was it's because either nobody were on and we just wanted to play a game. Literally, we're like, we'll just play some games. I got into streaming because I wanted to play some games and just chat to random people.
I mean, I never thought. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Where we are now, I find it mental. The fact that there's so many different people from all over the world come into the stream just to chat to you, it baffles my head.
And we absolutely do. We will legit get into that and certainly talk about that because it's quite your progression, your growth, pun not intended, has been insane realistically in terms of where it's been the last however many months or whatever. So we'll come back to that in a minute. But it's interesting that. It's interesting that you say that you just got into streaming to play games. I was trying to think about Why? Oh, did the screen just disappear? I was trying to think about why I got into streaming, and it was purely just a complete case of, well, at the time, lockdown, you can't do anything. At the time, I was playing with my. I mean, how do you say that sentence without it being questionable? I was playing games with my. I was playing Call of Duty with friends, and it was like, do you know, actually, yeah, I've always wanted to try streaming. I've always thought about streaming. Let's give it a go. And at the time, I just did it from the PlayStation. I was so naive to it. Like, didn't even, and this is what I'm saying. I had a Twitch account for World of Warcraft, but didn't even use it. And so then I was just like stream from PlayStation. Then you start reading up on it and stuff, and this is, I think, where the conversation sort of digresses, because then I started reading up on it, and it's like, well, then PlayStation, you can't hide. I don't believe you can hide like that little box at the top that says like your viewer numbers and your chat messages and stuff. And you look at that and you think, okay, well, I've got 0 viewers right now. Because the two friends I'm playing with, well, they can't load up a Twitch stream because they're playing the game with me, But then you realize that actually the viewer number does have an impact on getting other viewers in. But what? Oh, yeah. So I think we'll talk about numbers a little bit more. So you started with FIFA, you started with Smite, you started with Siege. 8 months later, 9 months later, you are you want to be a just chatting streamer, and you play Red Dead and Hitman, and just started Ghost of Tsushima. Talk to me. How did that happen? Why did you stop why did you stop the multiplayer games, quote unquote?
So we started with the multiplayer games, and I used to just stream kind of whenever. I was like, you know what, whenever I've got time, I'll stream. It was pretty much each night. We were like, fuck it, we'll play some games. Whatever we wanted to play that night, we'd just be like, you know what, we'll stream it, fuck it. And then it got to a point where...
Sorry, I want to interrupt just real quickly there, Con, but don't you think almost like 9, because it is 9 months you've been streaming, isn't it? 8, 9 months?
Going on 9 months.
Yeah, and an incredible progression and what you've been doing, dude. It's fantastic. But so 8, 9 months, and then to be thinking, what was the word? I've just lost my train of thought, as always. To think about, I just want to play games. Fuck it, just want to play games. Just gonna stream whatever I'm playing, and then all of a sudden to sort of take it almost quote unquote like semi-seriously. Or actually start thinking about the reactions and the actions of what you do. Because that's certainly what I did. So sorry, mate, carry on.
I will apologise for my resting bitch face. I can see it so obviously on the screen when I'm not talking and listening. I'm just sat with a deadpan face, just staring at the screen. I apologise. All right.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. That's like a public apology for people in your streams, isn't it? Guys, I have a resting bitch face.
Yeah.
I'm even making you Yorkshire and you don't sound Yorkshire, but yeah, go on. Okay, so multiplayer games and basically streaming whatever the fuck I want to play to now, okay, I'm going to, because we've talked in other conversations about what game are you going to play? Why won't you play this game? We'll talk about that in a little bit, but where did it change?
The progression went from playing with mates to then going, well, this is going to sound bad. I don't just want to sit there, play games with my friend, and just have a dead chat. I got into it because I wanted to chat to people as well, outside of obviously the people that I knew. And playing these like I said, you're going to get onto it, but playing these saturated games like your Siege and your FIFA, you're never ever going to get caught. No one's ever going to see you at the bottom of that pile, unfortunately. Even if I did have all my mates, I used to text my mates who didn't even watch Twitch and be like, "Will you just put me on your phone just somewhere just for half an hour just to get my numbers up?" Because you need to get affiliate, you've got to get a free average, which that was quite easy because straight away you got in the chat you've got Jillian Fanlight already there, plus myself. That's the free, and then I also had another free mates that I'd bang in there, plus obviously my girlfriend as well.
And then you just need to stream for what? Is it conscious? You need to do 3 streams in 7 hours or some shit like that over a week?
Yeah, we didn't really look at the numbers on that side. We need to get, I believe I already had the 50, right? I don't know how many I had from that 24-hour stream.
This is the followers, yes, of course.
I don't know how, because I didn't see any of them actually pop up, because I didn't have any notifications. So I was literally just like, I loaded my finger up and was like, I've got a few followers here. I don't know how the fuck this happened.
Okay.
But yeah, so from there, we was like, I want to get people into the chat. So we played our games. What I started doing then is I went I went hard in the fucking paint, right? I used to do, I started off with a 2 till 6, and I'd have 2 hours where I eat, then I'd do 8 till 12, and it started as multiplayer games only. We used to do like, we do Smite in the morning, because everyone were off work, even Gillian were off work, so we'd all play Smite in the morning while we're all available. Then at night we'd go into FIFA, or we'll do a bit of Siege and stuff like that.
Okay.
We would then, and then I obviously then from then realised I weren't getting anyone coming into my streams. There was no one there.
Okay.
And I believe you've got written down a little bit later what I actually did.
Yes.
With the thing. Okay, yeah. So basically from there I was like, I might start implementing some single player games that I've never played before, because I wanted to get through some more. I started playing some at the beginning of lockdown. I think it was Spider-Man. I think I started playing Spider-Man at the beginning of lockdown because I wanted to platinum the game.
Right.
So I got that platinumed, and then I was thinking, why don't I play games that I've never played before on stream? So I don't even know what fan like.
See, that's interesting. That's interesting. What I mean, that's interesting that you instantly you're talking about. I want to play games I haven't played before on stream, because I'm the complete opposite. Like I don't want to play a game on stream because it's like I want to what is it? I like. For instance, Ghost of Tsushima, right? I started playing this, and I'm like, "Yo, this is a pretty game. This is pretty as hell. Let me do this. Let me play this." And so I start playing it, and it's like, okay, but actually, I could go down here, and 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 I could follow this, and I could follow this, and like Assassin's Creed as well. Don't worry, I'm not gonna get. I know, I'm not gonna get in depth into Assassin's Creed, but like the side missions. I told you the reason I haven't completed Red Dead is because. I get completely distracted with making him look like a cool ass cowboy, making him doing all the side missions and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So I can't play a game on stream that should have an ending, because I'll never fucking get to the ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So saying there, I wanted to play games that that I hadn't played before. I mean, I couldn't do that. Fair play.
So I started playing them, like I said, because I did just want to play them. So I started with Days Gone. I was like, I'm almost certain Fanlight suggested it to me. I don't know why I've got that in my head, but I'm pretty sure someone suggested it to me. I was like, yeah, Days Gone. It'll be a decent game to play. So I started playing it. I then started getting a couple people like dropping in, and I was like, all right. So is this the way to go? And then I used to then go into the channel and see how many people were then playing?
This was last year, Connor. Yeah, this was last year when you came back. Yeah.
This is once I'd properly restarted. Yeah, and then I was like, you know what? I'll have a look how many people are in this channel, and I'll see if I'm getting towards the top of that channel with the amount of views, because I was getting like 7 views, because all my mates were there plus me. So we'd see where I'd sit in that.
What do you mean? Sorry, what do you mean channel? What? Sorry, I lost that bit. What do you mean?
So if you go to the search bar and type in World of Warcraft,
oh yeah,
that channel will come up with all the people that are streaming World of Warcraft.
Yeah, okay.
If you're in a saturated game, such as I wasn't thinking about the saturation at the time until a few more, and until a few things. When these people started coming in, and I was like, like we do now. How did you possibly find me out of these people? And they were like, well. There's only 5 people streaming this game, and I really enjoy it. I was like, all right. Well, so I then started loading up the channel and was like, right, there's only 7 people streaming this. If I get 7 people in my stream, I'm the second person on that list, which means that then people will start clicking on my thingy and then joining. And then it was from there. It was a few more streams into it. Probably when I finished that, I was like, right, what game do I play next? And then some of the people that were coming into them streams were then staying for the next game, because I presumed that they liked how I played the game, because I was a bit more like, I'm not exactly PG now, but I was quite bad. I don't know if I didn't get banned, I'll be quite honest. I don't know if I get banned. I was quite bad. I'm glad that they all get deleted. But yeah, we used to get some good people in, and they'd have quite good banners, so then they'd come and follow me then to the next game. So I was like, so this is how you do it.
See, and I want to just stop in here. Sorry, Connor. I want to just get in here because I know you've sort of touched on this before, and it's always it's not baffled me, but it's always made me think that we always talk about discoverability on Twitch, and we know that there is a lack of discoverability on Twitch, right? So everyone says about it. There's YouTube videos about it. Every fucking person is saying there's discoverability. But what you've just described there is essentially not molding your own discoverability, but certainly sort of carving out a path for people to discover you. And I can see in the chat here that people have said that's exactly how I found this stream. That's exactly how I found that stream. And so it's odd, isn't it, that so many people talk about there's a lack of discoverability when you've literally almost been a success story for discoverability, and then the chat is also agreeing that they've done it themselves.
Yeah, you've got to do it the right way. I wanted to play games. I wanted to play. I weren't doing any of this. Oh, well, this one doesn't have any people in it, so I'm going to play that for the sake of it. All the games that I played, I enjoyed. I weren't doing it to be like, oh yeah, I need to get discovered, but I just like to get them people in chat. I was like, I just want to chat some new people that came in.
But don't you feel don't you feel that's like a double-edged sword? Because I've had conversations with like my IRL friends and stuff. You know, particularly one of them that I've had in-depth conversations about, like back in the quote unquote back in the day when I was like trying to make a go of streaming and stuff, and it's like, okay, if I play Call of Duty more, it's saturated to hell. It's already there's 250,000 people watching it right now. 50,000 of them are with Nick Merckx, 50,000 are with Tim the Tatman, so that's 150,000 left. I know that 20,000 people are with whoever, and then you've got 130,000 people divided between 2.4 million streamers or some shit like that. So like, I'm never going to get into it. But at the same time, I was stuck between this rock and a hard place of, I don't want to play a saturated game, but I don't want to play a game that I haven't played because I won't be able to play it. Like, I could never play The Last of Us on stream. It's my favorite game of all time. I could never ever play that because I wouldn't have. If I had played The Last of Us for the first time on stream, without a shadow of a doubt, I wouldn't have embraced the emotion within that story as much.
Right. Yeah. Well, these little fucking tell you. As you know, on Kingdom Hearts, I had no idea what the fuck happened, because I literally because I started getting these people in the chat. I met Multistatus 99 in Days Gone.
Yep.
Which then led to me then kind of getting in with a crowd of people.
Sure.
Then we obviously started mingling around with started going around different chats and stuff like that, and then people start coming into a couple of different games. So I can't remember what I played. I played a few games before that, but yeah, we literally then people started coming in, and then from there I was instantly about the chat, and I got like exactly like you said, I didn't concentrate. So I knew what was going on, but I weren't fully embraced. That's why when The Last of Us 2 came out, I didn't play it on stream. I no longer play new games on stream.
Well, I know, and that's why I wanted to. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, because obviously we've built what we have now. I don't want to segregate any people. I don't want to make them be like, oh, well, I can't come into your stream because you're playing this new game now.
For real, yeah.
I did it with Hitman, and that's the only game that I'll play. The only new game
I think I think Hitman's a different game because Hitman is Hitman is a story-based game, but it's not a story-based in terms of you have to, if you miss a little bit of a story, you'll not know what's going on with the mission. Look, getting it down to cutting it down to brass tacks and stuff. Realistically, Hitman is go in, assassinate a target in a fancy way without getting seen, change your clothes a couple of times, and make sure you hide the spanner and the bodies. And bearing in mind, I'm not just I'm not completely downplaying Hitman. I love Hitman, I really do. But that's literally what it is. A quick note here, actually, I actually want to pull this up from chat. If you have zero energy, zero interaction, zero likability, it doesn't matter what game you play, which I think is actually testament to what you're saying, that actually you were like, I'm not going to play new games. I'm not going to play these. I'm going to play a game that perhaps I haven't played before, and it's not overset.
The people want not the people. The people enjoy watching and the people that you currently have in the stream will be like, oh, that's a cool game. I'll go and watch that. I'll go and watch that. Which then may bring in new people. And then if you've got a chat that's popping, then people might, oh, well, this looks like a good place to be. And then you've got another viewer and someone that's going to join the community then.
Without a shadow of a doubt, and I think we're probably skipping a few points here, but without a shadow of a doubt, in fact, let me rephrase this. How important do you think a pop in chat is to a stream?
It's the most important thing.
I'd agree.
I straight up, if you have, I've always said this, I'd rather have 5 people in my viewer list and every single one of them be chatting all the way through for 4 hours than have 75 people in there and 2 people chatting once every half an hour is pointless.
No, I agree.
I love lurkers. I love lurkers, but you need a chat. You need to have a variety of people.
If you were just having a lurk, you know, lurkers are, you know, if I say that raids are the, what do I say? What do I say? I'll tell you what I say.
The lifeline.
That's it. Raids are the lifeblood. Raids are the lifeblood of Twitch, right? And lurkers are almost that backbone. That you have that, you know, that backbone of consistent viewership, but they may not get interactive, right? You could have 1,000 lurkers in a stream, but actually that stream would never get any more than 1,000 people. Sometimes, I mean, maybe I'm paraphrasing, maybe I'm over exaggerating and simplifying, but you got to think there's got to be something in to get people involved and feel like they're. I mean, I know let me speak as a viewer of Conmac 26 right now, right, dude. 6 months ago, or however long ago it is, I jump in your stream. Through whatever way it was, whatever recommendation, whether it was Tylee on 3, shout out to him, whether it was G with I, shout out to her, or any one of these others, probably Itchy or Maxi.
Yeah.
I end up in your stream. 6 months later, here we are, having doing a pilot episode of a podcast. I co-host the Small Skinny Quiz of the Year with you. We reach a max viewership of 90 viewers. You know, we've had Discord calls outside of game and outside of streaming, and you know, that doesn't just happen. Yeah, for real, dude. And that doesn't just happen.
Twitch is an amazing place.
And that doesn't just happen from lurkers. That happens from that community that you build from interacting with chat. Yeah. You can only interact with chat if chat's interacting with you, right?
Exactly. And I think you're the exact same as me. If you go into a chat and it's a little bit dead, you spark it up and you start banging some messaging, ask them some question. I don't get people. Again, it's a lurker's mentality, but I can't sit there and just watch someone that's sat there and you can see that they're struggling. I have to sit there and start typing some random shit, even if I look like a bit of a dick. I'll type something just to give them that interaction because you need it. You need it as a streamer. It's important.
I mean, and it's got to be. It must be said here to chat and to you guys listening as you're driving home or anything like this. This isn't the absolute catch-all. How you should be in stream and what makes a good stream. We're not saying that a popping chat makes a good stream. We're saying from a personal point of view, a popping chat makes our streams good and makes it enjoyable, or makes not necessarily good, but makes them easier.
We need it.
Yeah, we need it for sure. You're talking to the premier just chatting experience on Twitch. They just don't know it yet, and B, a soon to be full time just chatter. Just let you know, Conmac's the Conmac's B. I'm A. But no, and I say this. We've had conversations about this, right? Like. The jokes between us both now are, you've got a quote on your thing, which is how we will play a game soon. I'm pretty sure Levy made a quote in my one of my mods made a quote in my stream, which is we play a game every 2 months. Now I could only play a game every 2 months, and you could only play a game every now and then, if there wasn't a chat, because we were engaging with that chat so often. If that makes sense. Did I actually say anything that made sense then?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We're going with it anyway. But if I couldn't be a just chatting streamer. You couldn't be, a majority just chatting streamer if there was no one to fucking chat with. Let's be honest.
No, I can again. I'm happy to play a game. I'm happy to play a game and kind of ignore the game a little bit and chat as well.
Yeah.
Like if people go, did you see what's happening? I'm like, nope. No idea, but I'm chatting. I'm chatting to people that I'm enjoying. I want to chat to.
Yeah,
like that's what I got into. That is the sole reason I got into it. I wanted to chat to people whilst playing games, and if I don't watch it a little bit, then fuck it. I've made some fucking friends from it. So that's all I wanted to do. I was made some friends and chat to people while playing games.
Oh, so you got into this because you wanted to make friends?
Yeah, I have no friend. So.
No, and I think, we've got a couple of things from the chat here. I just want to point out here, engaging community is the lifeline of any stream. It feeds discussion, individual and brand growth, and even financial needs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, again, it's why you need to remove toxic people from your community, because with extreme prejudice, no one wants to deal with toxic people. And certainly... You and I said me certainly more recently, have had some very toxic individuals that have joined, and I think it's got to be a case of zero tolerance, really, isn't it? Zero tolerance to toxicity.
Yeah, As soon as you see him, I'm not being funny. I don't want to say Big Eddie, but we've got some of the best mods.
Agreed.
I don't give a shit in anyone's channel that I've seen. We
Fight
have some
us.
of the best mods.
Fight us.
Yeah, we'll challenge any of you. We've got Fanlight, and we've got Pike in there. We've got Leviathan. We've got some ridiculous mods. And that's I'm not being Fanlight has literally almost carried me through streaming. I just sit here and just play games, and he sorts the entire chat out himself.
Hey, you know, right now he's literally just gonna do this. No, bro, no.
It's you. No. We fucking started. Basically started together. He was there for every single one. I don't think he's ever missed a stream ever.
Same, and I say this now with Levy. Like I was saying, that at the top of this stream, at the top of this, before this even happened. Before this even happened, I should say, before the podcast started, I'm sat here going, "Oh, this is weird. I've started a stream already. I'm talking to so many people. Normally, I'm just used to Levy just putting a nice face, and I'm like, nice face, nice name, and it's like, okay, well, she's here. I can have a conversation with Levy, and if I couldn't have that conversation with Levy, and be invited, then when a new follower, when a new viewer comes into my chat and hears me fucking hyping up a conversation with Levy about some random shit, they'll be like, oh, I'll get involved in this conversation. If Levy wasn't there, if Levy wasn't there, and I didn't have some other people, and also shout out to the OGs, when I first started, and with yourself, like I didn't necessarily have people lurking to push those numbers up, but I've told you about when I first started, it was a case of I got on the PlayStation, got the lads on the PlayStation, and I had a chat with them. And I legit used to say to them, I was like, guys, if you didn't hit, particularly to one of them, I was like, if you did not come into let me quote unquote let me play. Look at him putting Fanta in his sneak. Podcast listeners, he's got a sneak shaker that he's putting Fanta lemon in. He's a fake. I tell you, he's a fake. So legit, if because I didn't have any fucking viewers. I didn't have any viewers, so I wouldn't be able to talk to anyone back when I started. So if I didn't have those OGs in the PlayStation chat with me, chatting shit, then my stream would have looked dead because I wouldn't be talking to anyone. I've got no chat. It's like, what's going on? And and then that evolves into the point where you got Levy starting up. Levy starts a stream with. I don't start a stream on my own. Me and Levy start my stream together. And I'm sure and it's the same with you and Fanlight, as you say. And I think a big shout out to the modders, the moderators. I don't know what I'm saying. But let's looking at like why you started, and we've sort of touched on numbers and we've touched on chatters and things like that. I'm gonna go to this subject quite early on. So early on, you alluded to, not early on tonight, but previously in conversations, you've alluded to signing up to some sort of follow or stream boost or advertising type thing.
Yeah.
Like why? So, what was that? Talk us through that.
I never did follow for follow because I thought it was pointless completely. Because you follow them, they follow you, and it's just a number. It's pointless. You're not going to win their stream. They're not going to win your stream. It's pointless. So I've never done follow for follow. I signed up for. Not signed up. I went into a Twitch channel, and I paid 50 quid. No, I'm joking. And I went into. I can't remember the name of it. Fanlight might remember, but basically all he did was.
The chat's just put big follows. Was it bigfollows.com? Was it big follows? Oh dear. Go on. So you signed up.
So you basically you go into the page, you give them a follow, and then you used to do !join or something like that. It'd put you in like a little raffle type thing. This is live on Twitch. This is happening on Twitch.
Oh wow!
So the page showing stuff, and what it'll do then every half an hour, it picked a new person to then host. So it'd host them on the Twitch page, which had a lot of people watching. But again, I was like, well, I was getting like these like 20 people hosts, and I was like, holy shit, that's 20 people now watching my stream. My numbers are fly up. I'm like, oh shit. So I was like, guys, we've just been hosted. So we'd all been sat there like, no, don't say anything stupid. So we start continue playing these games. That's the one.
I've never heard of that. I was doing up arrows in the chat to someone that put, this is shocking. This is awful. Where is this Twitch page so I can avoid it? Kappa. Sorry. Go on. So small community streamers.
And I was with them not with them. I say that like I was like
affiliated.
I'd invested in them, yeah. So I went onto that, right, and I got hosted probably 20 times, I reckon.
Wow.
I think I got right? And you say wow. So I got hosted by like sometimes on Saturdays it'd be like you get hosted by like 30 people. I was like, holy shit, I've got 30 people in my stream here. But they didn't count as viewers because they were hosts.
I was just about to say they're not in your stream, are they? They're
No,
but it's that exposure, isn't it? And how much did you pay for that?
Nothing. You just if you
I'll be right back.
You got one follow. You got one entry for if you were a follower, and if you sub to them, which I did with my Prime, I used my Prime to sub to them. You'd get an extra. I think it was 10. So you get 11 entries in total, and then they do stuff like I just spat a little bit.
It didn't touch me. Don't worry about it.
Still on my screen. My screen just sucked. So then I'd have these like 10 entries, and then sometimes on the weekend they do like, oh yeah, it's double entries, so everyone would get double entries and stuff like that.
Everyone would get double entries, Connor, right?
Yeah, but
wait, no. Everyone would get double entries.
Yes, in and around. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Good, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on. Sorry. So everyone would get double entries.
Yeah, so you get the Eiffel Tower, yeah, and then you'd and then obviously then you've got a better chance of getting hosted and stuff like that. So I've been hosted. I got hosted loads of times. I was like, guys, we got 35 people in here now, and we were like, oh yeah, we're gonna board from this. I think I got maybe in total over maybe a month. I think I got maybe 10 follows, if that.
Okay.
One singular person that still is around now. No one came back. They came back in for that one stream while I was there getting hosted, and they were like, "Oh, I want to do this as well. Follow me back." And then Nephilim is the only one that was like, "I really like your accent. Where are you from?" I don't know why, but he's like, "Yeah, where are you from?" And he wanted to get to know me better because of my accent and stuff like that. And then he stayed, and he's still around now. He
is. Good old Nephilim. Yeah, Neph. Yeah, wow.
So. Yeah,
how long did you do that for? Sorry, Connor, how long did you do that for?
A month it was.
So you did about a month. So it cost you nothing because it was your Prime sub, and you chucked out, and so you get hosted like a handful of times, whatever it was, hosted for like 20 to 30 people. 20 times, you say?
Yeah, about 20-ish times.
Wow, for like 20 to 30 people, and out of that, one person has followed you, or one person stayed with you.
In that thingy, it was basically follow for follow, but it weren't. It was like they'll follow you in hope that you will follow them back, even though I weren't doing that, so they wouldn't get that follow back, so they probably unfollowed me. And like I said, Neff were the only one that stayed, so it was utterly pointless. There was no point in me doing it. I didn't get any exposure from it because no one wanted to stay for that because everyone else wanted to get hosted. So the only people that were on that channel were people that wanted to get hosted. So it was pointless. It was pointless for me doing.
Would you say, and this is, I'm not putting words in your mouth, but would you say that that's like, okay, would you used your Prime sub? Would you have used a normal sub? Would you have paid, £5 quid? Would you have subbed to that channel to get that?
For the first month, I would have done it because I didn't know what it was like.
Sure.
But then as soon as I found out what it was like, because I had that Prime sub with him, I was like, I may as well keep doing it. After like the first 2 weeks of getting hosted, I was like, I'm not getting any benefit from this. So then I was like, I'll leave it for a month and then I'm done with it. There's no point in me doing it again. So I won't get anything from it.
Not even. So at that time, like you obviously you got a ton of followers from the 24-hour stream. You've got you're playing games with your mates. Your mates are there. Your mates are chilling in the chat. You get this one dude, Nephilim, who comes in and he rocks it. And then you kind of think, well, actually, no, there's no point. I'm not getting anything from it. Do you not think that 1 month was not long enough to basically make a decision on that? Do you think that you had enough information to say, actually, I'm not getting enough from this?
It was pointless. It was completely pointless. I could still be doing it now, and I wouldn't be getting any more followers from it. I unfollowed the page. I don't see it anymore. If anyone is looking to do that, though, it's completely pointless. The best way to get around on Twitch is stream what you want to stream. Be yourself. If you're fake, it doesn't work. It doesn't work in the slides. You've got to be yourself.
Yeah.
I've never been fake on my channel ever. If I'm in chats, you'll see how I type, how I talk. I'm horrendous.
Illiterate.
If people don't like me, they can. I've always said it. They don't like me. they can fuck off. I
And
couldn't
get
care
the
less.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. It's pointless. It's pointless faking it. It's pointless.
Okay, hold on, chat, because Chat's just said something. And I'm going to shout this dude out because it was his birthday yesterday, and I know he won't mind
Yeah.
it. But Lavinator, legit OG in the swamp, and provides some much needed support over here on Planet Aphen. I don't know why I'm going with Planet Aphen, but apparently it's sticking. So he drops the line in the chat: "Fake it till you make it." Now I've heard this on numerous YouTube channels, all of that sort of stuff. And you said, look, you know, if you're fake, you can't do it. Now, let me finish what I'm saying here in terms of a lot of the advice, quote unquote, advice you'll get from bigger streamers or from streamers in general is you've got the fake it till you make it game. So if there's nobody streaming, if there's nobody in your chat, still chat as if there is. Still have a conversation. Still stream as if you're streaming to 100. If you're streaming to 10, you're streaming to 1,000. If you're streaming to one person, it's all this sort of stuff. You know, and there's an element of fake it till you make it there, because it's like, well, look, I don't know if anybody's here, and how does that sit with you?
But you're not faking it in that aspect, because if you're sat there and you're sat, if you look at my face, honestly, I have it in my about, because I've got a resting bitch face. I used to sit there. I used to have my controller, and I just sit there.
Yeah.
Just deadpan, and if people came in and saw that, they'd be like, "What? I'm not staying here. What's the point in following this guy?"
Yeah, of course.
Luckily, like I said, I had fanlight and stuff there chatting. Even if we'd spoke to each other all day, he'd still come into the chat and just write random shit just to keep me talking, because I would just sit there with deadpan face, no expression. But then if someone went to come in and start chatting, then I'd be on it and I'd be chatting to. I've got a lot better, obviously. When you first start, you're a bit like, oh, but it's a bit apprehensive in it. But now, anyone coming into the chat, it's instant. Oh yeah, how you doing? And stuff like that. And you've got to be engaging, haven't you? I think
you make a good point, and there's a few here. Again, we got some gems in the chat today. We got it's a confidence thing. Always assume you'll be seen by a lot of people, and I think that's certainly how I act these days. Like turning my numbers off. We're going to talk about numbers shortly, but when I turned my numbers off so I couldn't see them, it was I quote unquote legit stream as if I'm talking to 50, as if I'm talking to 5. I like how I talk, but then I also get a lot of energy from the chat. So we go back to what we were talking about earlier in terms of, you know, if I've got that engaging chat, I could have 5 people engaging with me in chat, but actually have 500 viewers and not know about it because, excuse me, at the time, all I'm doing is chatting and engaging and being confident with those 5 active chatters.
So what did you do at the beginning when you didn't have anyone there?
So it's. I started playing Call of Duty. So I play Call of Duty with my mates online, and basically went into public lobbies and said, "Yo, what's going on? My name's Aphen. You're live on twitch.com/Aphen TV," and you would invariably get the people going, "What the fuck is this knobhead doing? You fucking shut up," you know, and all of this sort of stuff. And I did have some good guys, some good mates with me on in game that would be like, "Oh yeah, you're live with Aphen," and all of this, you know, bigging it up as well. And every now and then you'd get 1 or 2 people that would go, "What the fuck are you streaming?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm streaming, man. You're live to the millions," literally just like that. And then they'd be like, "Yeah, go follow me over here. Go follow me," you know. And that's literally what I did. Tyleon 3, shouting him out. He did a great thing in terms of what he's done in terms of building up his classic gaming and Res 7 and Metal Gear Solid and stuff. And he helped me a bunch because he got he would raid over to or include me in like his raids too. I'm going to shout a few of them out. You know, G with Ice on Twitch, Itchy Bankeray on Twitch, and Alkai Maximus on Twitch, and Pretty Leviathan on Twitch. You know, that's how I met those through Tyleon. I think I even met you through Tyleon, to be honest. So quite possibly. So I was very lucky to have a couple of decent mates that I could play online gaming with and just chat absolute shit. I had a match once where I was a match in COD where at the end of it I'm like, "Yo, guys, don't forget to go follow me at twitch.com/Aphen TV," and someone legit shouted out and says, "Oh, what do they call me? Money grabbing or something like this or whatever it was." Yeah, but it turned out that they were a Mixer streamer. So just before Mixer had closed down, turned out they were a Mixer streamer, and they ended up fucking coming and raiding me with like 20 odd people and some shit, and they were moving over to Twitch. So yeah, so it was kind of weird, and then I think, so I used Call of Duty. I did use Call of Duty quite a lot to sort of push me up and make. And then I think I've just been very fortunate with the people I've met and the communities that have embraced me. Because at no way do I think that I've I'm definitely responsible for a lot of it. I'm responsible for for the chatting streams and the Wednesday Wound Up and all of this sort of stuff, and keeping people engaged that want to come back and see those things. But yeah, I've just been very lucky with the people I've met, I think.
Okay.
And looking at this, chat are talking about sort of different communities and all of this sort of stuff and what they're saying, and we've got one here that's fake it till you make it is the belief that you aren't that ideal self, but eventually by pretending, it eventually does become who you are. And I want to take that and say, well, if that was the case, you eventually become that. Is it still fake? No, yeah, and also. When bigger streamers say this, chat is saying, when bigger streamers say that, fake it till you make it, they're completely full of shit. At the end of the day, suddenly going viral and exploding overnight has nothing to do with anything other than lightning striking. How do you feel about that statement? In terms of it's lightning striking, which is taking you to that next level, or it's hard work?
It can be a bit of both, can it really? If you're just streaming on your Todd and you have a few viewers, and then something really mental happens on stream, and that gets clipped, and then you get massive from that. That's looking at you. You've been lucky in what's happened. But
I mean, you've just discussed a video going viral, haven't you?
Yeah. But on the other hand, I don't want to say spaghetti, but how we've done it, we're working hard for it. I put some serious amount of hours into this. The first month of me streaming, I think I looked at it was 189 hours. I did.
Sure.
189 hours in a month of streaming. I put in literally every single day. I was doing 2 till 6, 8 till 12 every single day.
When you told me that, yeah. That's insane. And that's similar to me. When I started, I was like, okay, boom. Okay, affiliate is what you need in order to make money. Now, I'm not saying I got into streaming to make money. I got into streaming for playing games online. Lockdown happened, but this isn't my streaming journey. That's to come later on in another episode of What's Aphening. But at the time, it was very much a case of affiliate is where you need to be in order to then get to the next step and try and make something out of streaming. So I streamed every day for 30 days, 31 days. That was it, every single day. And I think I streamed from like 9 o'clock at night until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning every day, holding down a full-time job. I was like, fuck it, I gotta go. And that day and then, there are people doing it now in like 6 days, because you can do it in 6 days if you've got that network.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to, in terms of the networking thing being a big what's the word? A big boost, or a big reason for why streaming is. What you were saying, like you stream because you just wanted to not make friends, but it was make friends. It was connect with other people playing games.
Chat with people that I didn't know, basically, while playing games.
So if I was starting out now and I was like, hello, it's me, Tommy, come back. And I can get on this small streamers thing or whatever it is, and I can use my Prime sub. Should I do it?
If you're gonna use it on me, yeah.
No, should I do it on the streaming hosting thing?
No.
Go.
The best way to do it: go around into people's chats, get friendly with people, chat to them. Start obviously streaming yourself. Maybe start sending some raids over if you know them well enough. Don't just fucking raid them for the sake of raiding them. Get in there, chat with them, get to know the people. Join the Discord, chat. It's stuff like that. I know everyone's got a Discord, but get around, follow them on social media and stuff like that, and just get to know the person. And then from there, you build friendships with people, and then from there, you go on. It's you can't just go into people's streams and be like, oh, follow me, I'm a good streamer. It doesn't work. If anyone does that, I just completely ignore the statement, or they get timed out.
Say that again.
If someone comes into my chat and they start playing, oh, follow me, I'm a really good streamer. I don't get any views. Unfortunately, it's not going to work, my friend. No. It's not going to work. There's no way on this planet.
Get in the bin, as you would say.
Yeah, I'd literally, Chuckles would do get in the bin, and then found out I'd probably delete the message and be like, don't do that, you dick.
And that's
it. And literally, you can't do it like that. You can't do it.
No, and that's the self-promoting thing, isn't it? And there's a difference between people that don't know what self-promoting does to a channel and the Twitch etiquette and all of that sort of stuff. But Yeah. Okay. Interesting. It's interesting that you did something, but I guess that's where comes the experience of saying, "Hey, look, I did it. It didn't pan out. It didn't fucking do anything. So don't bother wasting your time."
Yeah,
Okay.
no one should do it. No, anyone that they're going to look at it now because I've mentioned it, it doesn't work in the slightest. I got maybe 5 followers from it in total because the other one's unfollowed, and Neff was the only good thing I took out of it. The only thing.
Yeah, and so ironically, perhaps that Neff is your element of lightning striking within that situation, almost.
Yeah, we got very lucky because he was coming into most of my streams and he was chatting. And that's what you needed. I needed someone to come in and just start chatting. Obviously, he was in a different time zone. He worked late as well, so there were times when he couldn't get in. But he came in, started chatting. Like I said, I was already in with Multistatus 99, who would bring a few of his mates over. Then obviously, then we go over to his channel, check him out, see how he was. We ended up being really good friends. And you saw him the other day. He was around in my stream.
Yeah,
he's I don't think he's as OG as Neff. To be fair, I think Neff, because it was in the stream. It was in the Siege days when Neff came in, so I reckon Neff's more OG than Multi, but then Multi came in, met their group of people, then from there you just expand. I met Travis through them, Jeffers.
I'm going to send this. I'm going to send this to Multi and basically ask for a response. But in a rap form. I'm going to say that Connor has said that you're not as OG as Neff. What's your response? I'm going to get him to rap it for you.
Get some beef.
Yeah, get some beef going like they did back in the 90s, Tupac and Biggie. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, okay. All right, look, that's awesome. I'm trying to think. I was going to talk about numbers next, but actually I think I've seen someone in the chat, right, and I think let's talk about Twitter and networking still and going live, right? Do you post... Quick answer, simple question. Do you post going live tweets?
No.
No.
I do. I maybe 15, 20 times, maybe.
Okay. And what? Yeah. Why is that? Why don't you do going live?
My memory's dog shit. I just forget to do it.
On Streamlabs, they would do it. They would do it for you, wouldn't they? You could link your Twitter.
So back then, yeah. But then it was just a bog standard. It was whatever the stream title was that I'd pop on Twitter. So I stopped it because it was doing my head in. Mm-hmm. Maybe the first month of stream. So I probably got a shitload of messages on there of just random shit. But then it got up to a point where it would do my head in. So I stopped it.
Okay. So it's interesting because people in the chat are saying, posting going live on Twitter is a waste of time, and I see. This is the thing. And this is what I want to ask you. I used to, because obviously I started with Streamlabs, and every fucking time I'd hit that go live button, and boom, tweet up there, good, I'm going live. I stopped doing it automatically through Streamlabs and then did it manually because I would add in a load of the retweet bots, like full disclosure.
I have seen you do that.
I would literally add in, Small Streamers Connect, all of this sort of stuff. And what's... to look at that, get it retweeted, to get my tweet viewed. And I was speaking to someone else about search engine optimization and stuff, because it's not something that I necessarily follow and completely understand. But for me, even using those retweet bots didn't really do a lot, which is now why I'm not really doing it. But that's certainly my and. The biggest reason they say don't just have go live notifications. I mean, you can have go live, in my opinion, you can have go live notifications on Twitter as long as you've got something else on your Twitter. If you're not doing your Twitter for anything else, it's just a timeline of go live, then it's just another notification.
Yeah, it is. You can't just do that. It's got to be. I saw some other people doing it. I started posting a picture of my setup, and I'll just put my setup and be like, I'm going live in 15 minutes or whatever. But then I'd also have. There was a phase where I went through and I just started asking questions on there. And I used to get a lot of responses, and it was quite good. I don't think I've ever had any followers through Twitter. I don't think at the moment my Twitter has never brought in any followers to Twitch. But on the other hand, TikTok has. I know that people have come in from TikTok.
I wondered how long it was going to take you to jump into TikTok. I really did. You did well. We've gone like near enough an hour, and you've only just mentioned TikTok. You're doing well. But no, the Twitter is weird because I have, and I've seen someone else in the chat has also said, how many people? Are you doing
10.3K? I'm on. Hello.
10.3K views on TikTok. So someone in the chat has said also, that they didn't necessarily agreed with the Twitter thing because they met a lot of people over Twitter. One of the OGs that we know within this community quite well. And I have to say that I'm the same. I met, and I'm going to say his name, and then I'll ask him afterwards, and I'll need to bleep it out if I need to. But I met Laserwing through Twitter. Legit. I posted on Twitter, you guys, I'm looking to do streaming and all this sort of stuff. And he was like, yeah, okay, I'll come check. What time are you streaming? I'll come check you out. And dude lives over in the US, so I've never met him, don't know him at all. And since he's a day one OG, streamer. But then similar to your situation with Neff, there's only one of them realistically that I can tell you has found me from Twitter and has stayed with me since, and that's Laser.
I think Twitter is not good for networking to bring in new people. It's good for letting the people that you currently know. Same with Discord. I think Discord and Twitter are a lot of the same. Whereas, but if you then do post the odd funny clip that potentially could go viral, you never know, do you?
Well, see, this is it, and I just want to clarify here because chat's asking: was this because I followed someone, or because someone I followed retweeted what my low light? No, this was literally one of the retweet. I tweeted out, I'm going live or something like this, and I think basically on Twitter there are a load of accounts where you can sign up to, or not sign up, but you can follow, and then they every time you @ them and you tag them in a tweet, they will retweet your tweet if you follow them and you repost this and stuff. So there's only a few that I used at the time, but there's one that is, or there's a couple that are used a lot throughout the quote unquote small streamer community, and when I tag them in, because it was retweeted, other followers of that account then get to see my retweeted tweet, and that's what happened. Yeah. Someone was following this account, they saw my tweet and was like, oh, okay. That dude seems cool. I'll go check him out, and they did, and that was it. Sorry. Yeah. So okay. So that's Twitter, or Twitter. You've met more people on TikTok. Why do you think that is? Because you've not used TikTok that long.
It's good for discoverability. It gets you out there. You put the right tags, a shitload of people will see it. It's literally it. I used to, when TikTok was just a singing thing, I never touched it, and then someone mentioned it to me, and I was like, it's quite funny, there's actually some quite funny stuff, and I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll give it a watch. And then I realised, I was like, oh, you do realise that you can put your own stuff on there, and people will see it. So I put one video, and I got like 200 views. I was like, that's a lot. I might have only got 2 likes, but I was like, that's a lot of people seeing that. If you start then if you put your Twitch link in your bio, and people click and you think, oh, what other videos have they got? Oh, this guy streams. Click on your channel. But when I nearly got to obviously the milestone night recently, I was like 6 away, and then I got like 3 followers off TikTok. I was like, oh shit! I was like, I'm going to put in it here, and that was because I uploaded a video the day before.
Right. Okay. Okay. That's interesting though, isn't it? Because not all of your TikToks for that same game or those same tags have got the same traction, have they?
Mm. I think it's very random. Someone said, I think it was Tommy said, leave it on there, it'll get views in the future. But I've not seen that at all. I've not seen that anywhere. Like, I've left videos on there for as long as I've had it. Well, and none of them have got, they kind of just plateaued and stopped.
Shameless plug right now. I posted a tweet. I posted a TikTok the other day, and it hasn't grown any further in the last three days. No. So either I've tagged it wrong, or it's just not a good TikTok. Let's the jury's out on that. We don't need a poll, thanks mods. We'll leave that as it is.
I know I'm not trying to.
No, of course, go for it.
Because you are a bit new to TikTok. If you know that your video absolutely fucking bangs, and you put it online and you post it, and you think I've only got 200 views here, take it off and put it back on again with either the same tags or maybe add another tag, and I can guarantee you it'll do better. If you know that it's a good TikTok and you put some effort into it, definitely do it. Definitely do it.
Really? What you're talking about? Deleting a post and reposting a post?
So I've seen a lot of people that they'll in the actual comments it'll literally say reposted due to viewers, and they might have got like,
really?
Might have got like 100 views on an absolutely banging TikTok, and they've re-uploaded it, and now they're on 2.4 million likes.
Wow! Is that what you did with the 10.3k view?
No, I didn't do that with that one, but like you said, with the other tags, they might not get seen by as many people.
Sure,
it might have not been It also depends on the time and the days that you put them. I believe on weekends.
Well, I know that used to be a thing on YouTube. Like back in the day, like I wanted to vlog and I put up a few videos and all this sort of stuff. And yeah, I remember looking into it and thinking, not thinking, but reading about how you should post at 5 o'clock if you're in the UK, you should post at 8 o'clock if you're in the US, you should post at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock or 6:30 if you're in Canada, all this sort of stuff, because it was all to do with people's way of life. So at the 5 o'clock, someone's just got in through the door, and they're also so the first thing they do is they sit down. In the UK, they sit down, take their shoes off, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna just chill before I get changed, before I put tea on, before I do this, before I do this, before I do this, right? So that's what you'd put on. So your video is then meant to be seen more then at those times. So
I also work with Twitch. If you're streaming, if you stream 9 a.m. till 2 p.m., you're not going to get, none of your American friends are going to be able to get into them streams because they're all asleep. Jeffers can never get into Fanlight stream because he's 8 hours behind. Fanlight finishes at 6. It's early in the morning for him. It's looking at 10 o'clock in the morning. He's probably not even got up then. But that's why I used to do. I saw a correlation. So like I said, I used to do the 2 till 6, and then I used to do 8 till 12, and the 8 till 12 always did better because everyone was up and people were getting home from work in America, and the people that were in the UK were going to bed, so they were banging it on the phones, on the laptops, and then they were doing better. So then I got rid of the 2 till 6.
Okay. I mean, that's interesting. Like, and I think if you can, what's the word? If you can move your times and all of this sort of stuff in your schedule, then go for it. I mean, certainly, like for myself, I can't. Like, I stream at the times I stream, on the days I stream, because they work for me in terms of like when my son and my wife and all that family time and work and all of this sort of stuff. So it's kind of like I'm at the mercy and hoping that Twitch works for me and Twitch works with me. Obviously, there's nothing I can do to push on that other than these other social medias, such as TikTok, such as YouTube, such as Twitter.
Yeah.
We've got chat saying timing is very important, but what I also find is even more important is the schedule. It builds trust with the viewers, and they'll know when to find it, which is exactly what. Yeah, I think that's a great point because that's kind of what I was just saying. When I was going for affiliate, I was pushing for affiliate. It was like boom, every day, let's go. And then as soon as I hit affiliate, I was like, right, okay, I can take a fucking day off now. Thank God for that. Which is weird because you're playing games. And then it was a case of I'm still doing 6 days a week. I need to chill on this because I can't do anything about it, and I'm not having any downtime. And then I was like, I took a week off. I took like a week or 10 days off. Not in like a case of, hi guys, I'm going to take 10 days off now. It was just a case of I just didn't fucking stream. I didn't have anyone to say that to anyway. I just didn't fucking stream. And then I was like, right, boom. I'm affiliated already, so I've got that in the bag. I can move forward. Let's get this done. I'm going to go Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, 9:30 onwards. Let's do this. And I've stuck to that, and I think that gives, as Chat was saying, consistency. And you do the same, don't you?
Yeah, I used to stream every day. Once I started moving into the late only ones, where I used to do 8 till 12, I then started. I did every single day at that. I think I had the Saturday off, so I did Monday to Friday and then Sunday at that. And at one point I was like, I want to get into YouTube and stuff like that. And I got Simon, a guy, or Dave, a guy called Si. I got him to edit some stuff for me, and I banged it on YouTube. I was like, right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the Tuesday and the Thursday off to work on editing and stuff like that. And then I got to a point where I was like, right, I'm going to sack YouTube up. I'm going to keep them days off just so I can play some games with my friends.
Yeah, man.
And I think it's worked well for me because now obviously I do, quick plug, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and I've kept to the same time. And the only stream I've ever missed on them is that Friday when I had my room completely. There was nothing in my room.
Yeah. And
I physically couldn't stream. And that's the only time I've ever, in 9 months, come off my schedule.
So just tell us again, Cormac, quickly. Plug away, dude. What's your schedule?
So we've got Monday, Wednesday, Friday is 7 p.m. GMT until 11 p.m. GMT. Then Sunday is 2 till 6. And then while lockdown's on at the moment, I am doing a Tuesday one where we do funny videos.
Quite on the funny, yeah.
Chuckles. Some fun. We do funny videos where we get people in the community to send over videos in the Discord, and then we go from there. And it's you know that we did it a couple week ago, and I did that, and then I went into Red Dead because I want to get the Red Dead finished, and it seemed to be once I finished the funny videos thing, it started to die off a little bit. So that was the one knock I wanted to get Red Dead finished. But in that 2-hour window that I do that small stream, 7 till 9, it's been doing all right. And while lockdown's on, I was like, I know I want to try and help out other people as well who might be sat at home doing absolutely fuck all. Like, I know that Chuckles enjoys it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, so that, guys, if you didn't hear that already, yeah. Okay. So his socials are obviously on the screen if you're watching live, or if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, and if not, if you're listening on the podcast, then the links will be in the description. But he's Conmac26 basically anywhere on social media. You've said you wouldn't do follow for follow, and I think everyone knows. We don't need to discuss follow for follow. Okay, we can discuss that. If we have to have a discussion, then we will do. But I think everyone already knows follow for follow is just basically a bad thing. And we talked about the retweet accounts. You didn't use those.
I know.
So, let's take 5 minutes 2 minutes real quick, if that, before we come back. Chat, go get a drink. Everyone else, podcast, you won't be listening to this because I'll edit it out. And if I don't, then, well, you've got 30 seconds just chilling. I'll be back in a minute. Guys, thank you very much for staying with us. Guys, we'll be back for the second part of the What's Aphening pilot episode 0 with Conmac26. And we'll get the questions up in the Discord. And we've got some questions from fans and viewers that we're going to be taking to Conmac in just a few short moments. Yes, cue the music. Thank you very much. Here's some music. Watch me, watch me screw this up, Con. So while I get this here, I get the questions from the Discord. Everyone can see me now. I'm still live. Don't worry about it. Perfect. This is this. Okay. Can I see what's going on here? That's that. It's going to play my intro again. Let's go.
Why not?
Oh, no, it hasn't. Good. Guys, we're back. Welcome in. We're back. Chat, how you doing? Everyone's still here? Everyone enjoying this so far? Let's get a halfway through everything. Is this what you expected? Let's get a quick 1 minute poll. And I'm gonna call it enjoyment. I'm just gonna put yes, no. 1 minute. Tell me what you think, chat. Tell me what you think so far. If this is up your street, and there's only one song that we can play for this realistically. Oh,
I hear it, but I hope it's hype.
You can't hear it. It's not. It's a mood, as Fanlight would say. Fucking survivor. Yeah, I had all my screens on the wrong screens, Con, so I wanted to make sure we could have a break and move my screens over to here so I could look at things without affecting the camera.
Yeah. I was loving it. I did a fucking troll wrong.
I know, right?
Where is it?
Yes.
Look at that. that.
I know,
Easy
good.
win.
Easy win. Easy win. Okay, well, cool, guys. We're back here then, back here with the podcast. Welcome back to What's Aphening with me, Aphen TV, and you, Conmac26.
Hi.
Brilliant. Okay, all right. So what we're going to I just want to get into a few. We've talked numbers. No, we haven't talked numbers. We're going to talk numbers. Numbers is probably the conversation that I want to talk to you about the most, realistically. But we've talked, why you got into streaming. We've talked about your sort of how you set up and how you started streaming. And we've talked a little bit about Twitter and other social medias. Okay, let's break this up a little bit. And, have I got it here? Oh, I have got it here. Okay, and we're going to go to what I like to call, or what I'm going to call, or I don't call anything at the moment, but it's going to have a fancy name at some point. The next segment will give you 30 seconds to answer as many quick-fire questions as possible. These aren't necessarily fan-related questions, but they are certainly questions that I don't want you realistically to think about. All I want you to do is basically give me your first answer. Does that make sense? Are you with me?
Yeah. You got these written down, or do you mean you're going to ask?
No. I've got them written down. Don't worry. You haven't seen these. You're not prepared for these. I think is the best way of describing it. I'm just trying to get my screen to it.
What's your delay on so you can end the stream? I think I say anything wrong.
She won't say. Well, we'll find out in a minute. Okay, as we go into the this could be bad. They're just, look, guys. Hopefully the questions aren't that bad. Let's. You've got 30 seconds. Answer as quick as you can. Don't think about it. As we go into the first ever What's Happening Mastermind. Okay, what is your favourite superhero and why?
Spider-Man, because he's funny as fuck.
Are you a morning or night person?
At night.
What is your favourite hobby?
Don't
think.
CrossFit.
CrossFit. Describe yourself in 3 words.
A knobhead, semi-likable, and
quick.
Wet.
What's your favourite movie quote?
Fuck my bitches.
What's your favourite joke?
What's red and bad for your teeth? A brick.
A brick. Well done. You did well. I think we got 6 questions. I mean, was the pressure on there, Carl? The pressure.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
I was trying to make it like, I don't know, trying to put on some tension and whatever else. I don't know how that turned out on stream. Hopefully, it turned out how I thought it did in my head. Good. And I just. I knew I knew you were going to say what's red and bad for your teeth, and I've tried saying that joke to my nephew, and he really doesn't. It's like, what do you mean? Why did you throw a brick? Why would you throw a brick at your teeth? Chat is saying he was more nervous than they are on Mastermind. I know he was, right? Okay. We've got some amazing questions in the chat, or amazing questions that have been sent in from our fantastic community. And we have our first question is going to be from Papa Yaga. Now, he says, don't you feel that playing games you enjoy is more important than playing games you feel would garner follows?
Yes. Like I said before, I only played games that I enjoyed. I never did something like a fighting game that necessarily didn't have much going on in the channel, so I knew I'd be at the top of it just because I wanted to be at the top of that channel. Luckily, some of the games that I did play, I ended up at the top of the channel because I got the support, basically.
You got the support.
I got the support. So, to be fair, the Kingdom Hearts thing, right, was because I wanted to play with Sully. That was the only reason I wanted to play that entire franchise. And they were all like, "Oh, you have to play the entire franchise. You want what's going on?" I didn't know what's going on anyway.
Was Tommy in your chat as well? Little Tommy. Oh, what are you doing? Is Monsters Inc. your favourite Disney film then? Disney Pixar.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So playing games you enjoy is more important than playing games you feel would garner followers.
Yeah, because then again, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. I have never played a game that I don't enjoy.
I think that's a great question. No, you
Yeah.
can carry on, carry on. Thank you, Papa Yaga, for the question there. And I think, yeah, you've touched on some good points there, Connor. Because if you, as we were talking earlier about, you can spot fake people a mile away. If someone's
Yeah.
playing a game they don't enjoy, they don't believe in, they ain't gonna fucking play it well, are they? Nor is it gonna be an enjoyable experience because the streamer's not enjoying it. So
No.
they're not gonna have that feel, that emotion, that hype that they would. In with chat, I think if you were playing a game you didn't like, there's no way that there'd be, I don't know, engagement with chat because you'd be like, oh, I don't really want to be here.
I think if you've already got a community and then the people like play this game, it'll be funny, and you're like, this is the shittest game. It can be quite funny, but if you're then going out to do it to get the views,
Yeah.
and you're only doing it to get the views, and you're playing a game like I hate fighting games, and I will, and I think the shit personally because I think I just press buttons and hope the best.
Yeah.
And so I will never then go, oh, Mortal Kombat's only got 10 people streaming. So why would I bother playing that game when I don't like it myself? Well, I'm gonna sit there and just be bashing buttons and waiting for someone to chat just so I can talk to them. And it's shit.
Chat is saying that your point there is good because of the discoverability aspect. You don't want to play a game that's too saturated because obviously you won't be discovered because you haven't got the traction to be discovered. A la Call of Duty and Nick Merckx or something like that, or Fortnite and Ninja.
I think the games that I picked were quite good, but without me knowing, if you know what I mean. Like I didn't know Days Gone to do well. What else? Fun I'll be able to list them off in a minute, but I played games that I wanted to kind of play, and because I didn't play, I was mainly a multiplayer streamer, not just a multiplayer player. I'd only play multiplayer games.
Sure.
And the odd occasion I'd do a single player game. I play my Fallouts. I started with a Fallout Sunday and a Skyrim Sunday because I loved the games, and luckily. Skyrim and Fallout both they're not oversaturated. I didn't know this at the time because I just enjoy the game, and luckily I fell into that thingy where people coming in, I get new viewers in and stuff like that, and it worked well. But I wouldn't play a game.
I think it's interesting because like a game like I was going to say Far Cry, a game like Fallout, it's got that it has, as you were saying, a little bit of that cult following, doesn't it? So there are people that will still look for a Fallout game. Like I put Far Cry on because I've never played Far Cry 3, so I was like, screw it, let's add a game to the stream. It's been a couple of bumps since we played a game, and at the time I thought, well, I'll just do some checking just to see if this is worth it in terms of me even trying to play Far Cry, or is it saturated and stuff. And I think there was like 3 streamers playing it and like 100. Not even that, like 20 or 30 viewers watching it. So it's like, okay, well, are people going to... How do I get people funneling to me to watch Far Cry? So it's a difficult one. It's a different one. But thanks for that question, Papa Yaga. Appreciate that. Next question from the from the chat is from Mim111, and they ask: it's easy to make a broad stroke toxicity is bad, but what is it? Because positive vibes only could be considered toxic positivity. Wow.
I am not a judgmental person unless you come in to be a prick. Then I've got really no qualms with anyone. I don't really give. If someone just wants to be, if someone is out that, I know that people don't like how I am, and I completely understand that. I've seen people come into my streams and then chat a little bit, realize how I am as a person, and not like me, which is completely understandable. You're not going to get on with everyone, and that doesn't faze me in the slightest. I don't care if people don't like me.
Sure.
I care if people don't respect me if I respect them. I think that's respect and liking is very different. If someone doesn't like me, I can give them back. I don't care. But
there's a difference between liking and a difference between liking and a difference between wanting to be liked, I think, as well, isn't there? There's, like as you say, I don't care if people don't like me for who I am. Well, it's that age-old adage, isn't it? Those that matter don't mind, and those that mind don't matter. So if someone's coming into your stream, and they're like, why aren't you fucking doing this? Why aren't you doing that? It's like, well, because I'm not. Well, you're a fucking idiot streamer then. Well, you shouldn't even fucking bother. Why do you have follow goals? Well, actually, they're not someone that you want to be associated with, and they don't give a shit about you anyway, because all they're doing there is to dog you, aren't they?
Yeah. So Mim, what do you mean by
Toxic
what do you mean by
positivity.
not living toxic? How can they be toxic if you're looking at toxic, and if you a positive atmosphere is just everyone getting along, not
Well,
necessarily
yeah.
saying, well,
So
if you're not positive, you're not allowed in here because that is
So
toxic.
you can have
That's
toxic positivity,
toxic.
which is like, hey guys, just to let you know, there is no negative feelings here at all. Everyone is positive.
Yeah.
You know, you must be so positive. If you're not positive, you cannot be in this because we're a positive only culture. You know,
No.
yeah, which is actually alienating in itself. Actually, what we should be looking for is an accepting or an open, not accepting because accepting, but so okay. So Mim's kindly responded back to us saying that toxic positivity being something like positive vibes only can translate to people who agree with me only. And if you or Aphen TV is hitting on the nail. So if you guys, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, this whiskey is the best whiskey I've ever drank. And if you don't agree with me, then get the fuck out of here. You know, it's like I'm being positive in how I promote this whiskey. I'm not promoting it Twitch. I don't endorse you, but you know what I mean. I'm being positive in it, but actually at the same time, I'm not allowing your opinion.
I think me personally, I can withstand enough shit. Not if people are being full on bellends, but if someone comes in and drops a little banter, I can happily and I give it back to them, and then they know that in my stream I give people shit. I tell people to go and fuck themselves, but it's in a jokey way. So then people that are the people like me are a bit more of a dickhead, not in a bad way, but in like a funny type of way. Like I come into your streams and I say I'll put
fuck your mum,
suck a fat one and stuff like that. Yeah, fuck your mum, and it's jokes because you're not excluding me because I'm not being a troll. I'm coming in because I know what you kind of like.
Well, that's the difference, isn't it? And I'm just going to jump in there real quick. I think that's the difference between you can go you could come into my stream and say, "Yo, what's going on, you dickhead? Get in the bin. What's up with those glasses? You know, I fucked your mum last night and all that sort of stuff." And I'm like, come on, what the fuck are you playing at? You know, and because I know you, so and then I'll go in your stream and I'm like, oh, by the way, can you give your mum the receipt? You know, I left it. You know, because we know each other. But if some Joe random jumps in the stream, like, and we've had, it's like, oh, you've got smelly glasses, Aphen. I'm like, well, firstly, how do you know my glasses smell? And B, you don't know me to know that my glasses do smell. You know, there's a difference between knowing people. But I think what Mim is trying to get at is that valuing other opinions. And I think there's a great example, and I'm going to say it, and Fanlight's going to shake his head, as is Levy, and I'm going to say it's, you know, my opinion on Assassin's Creed. My opinion on Assassin's Creed is different to others, but people don't necessarily go, you know, get the fuck out of my channel, and you're talking shit. Because they appreciate my opinion, and that's the difference. That's the difference.
I think I'm accepting of pretty much anyone, unless you're unless you are just being a full-on dickhead. Anyone can come into the channel and I'll have a chat with them about pretty much anything.
And I think that's it, isn't it? And that's I do the same, and it's having that line, and I always used to say, you know, that, like, you know, go up to the line, stroke the line, make friends with the line, but don't go over the line. And if people want to go over the line, well, then they're not the type of people that want to be that you want in your stream. Perfect. Thank you for those questions, chat, for tonight. Really appreciate it. We've got another question now, Con. You might not be able to hear these. If you can't, I will. Obviously, I'll tell you what they say. Our first question.
Which one is it?
This is. I'm going to do. Our first question is from our very own Trash Princess, Trash Ella.
Yep.
Hi. My question for the What's Happening guest star today is: what were some of the challenges that you experienced when you first started streaming on Twitch? And if you could talk to a new streamer today, what are some of the top 3 things that you would recommend for a new Twitch streamer?
So, what are the first challenges you experienced when you first started streaming?
So I just watched it. Sorry, I watched it on this screen.
Oh, nice, good.
So thank you very much, Trash Ella. This is because I was lucky with the people that I had around me. The viewership wasn't a massive problem. The main problem was my piece of shit PC that I had, and that's going to sound like first world problem. My PC was a pile of shit. It was at the time it was 8 years old. It was basically a potato put in water with a couple of prongs sticking out of it, attached to my capture card, which was an old ass capture card that my friend gave me. It was dog shit. It was horrendous. And that really held me back. I could only stream at 720 probably getting maybe I don't even know it was 30 frames. It might have not even been 30 frames. It was shit. It was I had a motherboard which I couldn't upgrade anymore because and I'm not doing this to sound like, oh, feel sorry for me, but I didn't have that excess money to go out and buy a £2,000 PC.
But I want to
that
jump.
is not a sympathy. I am not.
I want to jump in
that.
there real quick, Connor, because I, in fact, it was literally last night I said to you that I think what's fantastic about your stream is the sense that actually it isn't all singing, all dancing, massive overlays here and all of that sort of stuff. But here you are knocking out a sick average. 1.1 thousand followers on Twitch, and slaying it daily. And you have done that with, as you say, with for half of that journey with a potato for a PC. No offense, potatoes, and you've only just got an improved graphics card, haven't you?
Yeah, and this is going to sound big-headed again, but I think the people came in because of how I was in streams. Like, I didn't really give a shit, and I'd say what I wanted. I'm surprised I haven't been banned yet. I've said some bad stuff, but nothing like discriminatory. Just things that you'd be like, oh, that's a bit dodgy, that. And then every Twitch payer, it's like I've upgraded a piece by piece because again, I don't get like freaking 10 grand a month just to smash on a PC.
Of course.
Fully upgraded, and now I am where I am. You should have seen. I'll post it on Twitter. One of my first streams, Fanlight always wets himself. We watched the clip the other day.
What is this the one where you try and do the overlap? You try and do the transition,
yeah.
And you're like, guys, yeah, go on.
I have a transition. I look like a tramp, all right, or a hobo, whatever you call them. So my hair was a mess because it was in lockdown. I had a big scraggly, shitty beard because I was just a mess. I had my couch, my casting couch in the background.
I love it, casting couch. Love it.
Rick Grimes on the wall of a poster on my bed. Right, it was shit, and I was like, right. I've just found these free transitions. I was like, guys, I'm going to give it a try. There was like Fanlight in the Jillian and probably Neff. There was like a few people, and I was like, I'm going to try it. So
and just quickly, Fanlight, if you want to, if you want to either post it in chat, Comac's going to post it on his Twitter. We'll post it in the Discord out a little bit later on and retweet it. But yeah, go on. So just as you press the transition button, Con.
Literally, as I pressed I was like, right, guys, I'm going to press the transition button. I pressed it. Everything stopped. My entire PC stopped. I kind of sat there for a minute. I waited for 15 to 20, maybe 30 seconds. I was like, it's fucked. And it just completely crashed.
Get in the bin.
I'm going to restart my stream.
Oh, wow. So did it crash you? Did you have to like Alt F4 the stream elements or Streamlabs?
I had to it rebooted on whatever page it was on. And then I had to take the transition out. But then I had to end the stream and restart it up because I was about 30 seconds behind. It was horrendous.
So knowing that now, and I guess the next part of Trash Ella's question, and just to remind everyone, you can go and follow Trash Ella on Twitch. She is twitch.tv/Trash Ella. She's the Trash Princess, maker of many sums Among Us beanies. I don't know. She does a lot. It's a lot of cool stuff. Go and check her out. And also, if you're listening, driving to work, driving home, whatever it is, she is the Trash Princess on Twitch. Trash Ella, twitch.tv/Trash Ella. And the second part of the question was, if you could give any piece of advice to a new streamer today, what would it be? One piece of advice. I'm gonna close you down. One piece. Go.
Get a camera.
Get a camera. Yeah. Okay.
Genuine. I won't watch people without a camera, and that might be saying like a dig, but I won't watch it.
I completely agree. I think the difference is, let's put it this way, right? The irony being, of course, we're recording a podcast, right? So people are going to listen to this without seeing us, right? But
we're talking about Twitch.
Yeah, we are absolutely. We're talking about Twitch. We're talking about streaming, and I think. Yeah, so chat is saying, look, I can't connect with you. I can't connect to you without your face, and I completely agree. Yeah, it's even when also welcome in. When I'm, it's like when I'm having work calls, and I'm doing a video call, and I'm like, oh, I can't see their face. What are they saying? Are they even looking at me? Are they even paying attention? And that's the same when I go into a stream when they don't have a camera. Because I'm like, do you give a shit about me? That sounds ridiculous, but
I feel like there's more of a connection when people can see you, and some people aren't comfortable with that. But you've got to try and overcome that somewhat. And even if it's my my first camera was a piece of shit. It was old as shit. And then I think I went on a few different YouTube videos and it was like, get a ring light. It'll make a £20. You can get a cheap camera. You can get a £20 camera and a £10 ring light, and it will help it'll help that camera so much. It'll turn it into a £70 camera.
Yeah, and I think you can say that. I mean, we can say that. I mean, we both, you know, I always think I've got pretty nice lighting. I know you've got the light in the background there, but you've recently just upgraded your sort of ring lights and stuff. Yeah. And I remember seeing the difference in camera quality, and it was like, and I remember, dude, if you change your camera, no, dude, I've just got a better ring light, and it's like what $20 is people are saying in chat from Amazon, whatever it is, and it just that lighting can really sort of improve the quality of your camera because. You know, everyone knows about cameras and lensing. As if you don't, it's just like your eyes, and you know, and the aperture and the amount of light coming into something, the amount of light bouncing off and coming into you, you know, improves the quality. So if there's more light coming into you, your camera is taking in more light and being able to see you more. You get a better quality camera or a better quality picture straight away. I think chat is saying there's a couple of exceptions to non cameras, but I think I agree with you.
Them people. Angry Travis, you can tell that he genuinely cares about the games.
That's he's an exception. He like legit. I remember the first time he raided over, and I was like, "Oh, I've never seen this dude before." You know, hey, how are you doing? And he legit gave an experience. He's like, "Look, just let you know, there's no camera here. One, because I'm recording for my YouTube because I do reviews on games, and two, because I don't want anybody giving a shit about how I look. I want them to look at the game and give a shit about how that looks." I'm like, "All right, fair, bro, fair." But he doesn't do a stream like you or I do, or other people in the chat, or other people on streams do, where it's like, "Hey, chat, how you?"
His is focused on the game, whereas ours is mainly focused on the people in the chat.
Yeah,
he does care about the people in the chat.
Oh, absolutely.
But we're chat driven, whereas he's more game driven. He'd rather people sit there and talk about the game than us asking about what people have done 20 years ago and stuff like that.
Yeah. What's your favourite colour? You know, have you had a Domino's tonight? That sort of stuff. Yeah, he's like, have you played God of War yet? And if you haven't, why not? What's your favourite game and why is it not God of War? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Trashella, for that question. I hope Comax answered it. If he hasn't, then just I'd ignore it. No, kidding. Thank you, Trashella. And also, guys, don't forget, go and follow Trashella, twitch.com/Trashella. Our next question is an audio question. Hopefully you can hear this one. It's from Pike. This is, I believe this is broken into sort of 3 points here. I'll repeat it for the chat in case you can't hear it.
Hello, Aphen. Come, mate. Congratulations, Aphen, on the podcast as well.
Thank you very much, Pike.
So, a few questions here. First of all, Aphen, what was your first fitted cap?
So, okay, I'm going to stop there real quick. Pike's asked, what was my first fitted cap? My first fitted. I mean, thank you for asking me. You didn't have to ask me anything. You could have asked. You could have asked Conmac everything. But thank you for acknowledging me as the host of the What's Happening podcast. You are?
Why the fuck am I here? What's the point?
My first fitted cap. This is legit a fantastic question. I don't have it anymore, I don't think. My first fitted cap was a Chicago Bulls 1993 or 1991 McDonald's Chicago Bulls. It was a McDonald's championship. At the time, my dad worked in the TV business and was filming for Sky TV, which is cable, equivalent of cable in the UK, and the Chicago Bulls were doing a McDonald's tournament, and he brought me home a signed Michael, well, it wasn't signed, it was just had his name on it. It wasn't, he didn't sign it, it was printed on, Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls hat. I don't have it anymore because it doesn't fit me, and I think it was chucked out. Thank you for that, Pike. Thank you for me, and we'll carry on with Pike.
Comac, when did you fall in love with Shrek?
Comac, when did you fall in love with Shrek?
Do you know what? I genuinely can't remember when we got onto the Shrek thing. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if Fanlight can help out, or I genuinely don't know how that happened. I think I used to say, "Oh, hello there."
So what you do? So you're admitting that now live for the millions and millions of viewers and listeners around the world that you don't actually love Shrek.
Of course I do, but I don't know how my channel became orientated around Shrek. I don't know how that happened.
Okay.
But yeah, it literally, Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
I love the amount of oh hello there is in chat at the moment, and we've even got one. He does it for Shrek in chat. Thank you, chat. Fanlight has actually responded and said because you for the longest time would always say oh hello there whenever someone would come back to the party way before stream. Oh okay, and that's obviously then the Shrek alert that you've got, which is. Hello there. Oh, hello there. Yeah, okay. I will say, just real quick before we move on to the last part of Pike's question, your raid alert is legit either my favourite raid alert on Twitch, and I've seen a few, or certainly a close second. I couldn't tell you what my favourite is, but I fucking love it. The hype that I just wish it was 5 seconds longer. Okay? Don't we all, ladies and gents? Listen to the last part of this.
A question to you both. What was the game that got you into gaming?
What was the game that got me into what?
Into gaming.
What was the game that got me into gaming? I'll answer this first because it was very easy for me. The game that got me into gaming was Super Mario, just Super Mario on the NES, 1985 version where he wore white or whatever it was, white dungarees. Yeah, my uncle bought us an NES, a Nintendo Entertainment System. Me and my brothers for Christmas played that. It came with Duck Hunt. I said Duck Hunt, people, and yeah, and that was it. It was hooked. Connor.
I genuinely can't remember. I was too young, but I remember having a Game Boy Color.
Nice.
At some point in Pokemon on that. I had a PS1. And I used to play. There was an army game. Don't know what the army game was. I can't remember, but it was an army game.
Small soldiers.
And yeah, it was some form of soldier game. I remember you could get in a tank at the end. Can't remember what it was. It was mental. But then I just progressed from there. I weren't really a Nintendo person. I literally had a Game Boy for Pokemon.
See, I think this is almost an episode in itself, isn't it? I say that the first game I remember playing is that Super Mario game and the OG Duck Hunt, but I think the game that really hooked me was Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. If someone in the chat can tell me when that goes, 25 years ago. What year was that? What year was that? Is Pike here? Jamie, pull that up, Jamie. What's the year of Ocarina of Time? And let me just listen to see if there's the rest of Pike's question.
And finally, a bit more serious. With the state of Twitch as is at the moment, with the inconsistencies of the bans across the board, same with the moderation across the way, certain terms and stuff that are coming through from Twitch, and the lack of what appears to be lack of support for the smaller streamers to try and get their name out there, what would you do to change and improve Twitch as a platform to better help and to be better transparent, more transparent with how they do things? Thank you, and I look forward to hearing the answers.
I mean, nice. Firstly, Pike, legit, fantastic questions. Thank you very much.
Well,
thank you very much. They're absolutely brilliant. And guys, again, he does stream. He does turkey streams. He does cooking streams. Twitch.tv/Pike the Pike. Yeah, please. Thank you very much. Connor, do you want to go first on that?
What was the question? Oh yeah, yeah.
What was the question?
So,
that's a clip.
I think what they've introduced with the boost system, which apparently isn't fantastic but has helped people, is a good idea. But I think on your browsing pages, instead of having these massive numbers, your shrouds and your ninjas and stuff at the top of them, start mixing it up completely. Just random ones need to be at the top every single day. A new person needs to be at the top, just to allow them people to see it. If people look at your streams up and go, that looks fucking professional as fuck, and they'll click on it and go, all right, this guy's he's all right, isn't he?
Thanks.
And then they'll stick around. But at the moment, you've got the big fish at the top, and you can't see the smaller fry. I think that's why the boost thing's a good idea. Although Twitch, if you could hit me up with that, please, I'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I was going to say, neither you or I have had that boost feature yet, have we? Where
not the only person that I know that has it is Scurry. And does Ray have it?
Ty Leon 3 has had it. He's had it twice, and I know because I've splurged all of my points into it. But yeah, Ray might have it. Yeah,
Ray has it. Yeah.
Yeah, chat is saying that Ray had it. Yeah.
I asked Scurry about it, and he said that he's not seen a massive amount of people from that. So I think they could do a bit more with it. They need to be banging that up. Like, I think they need to be really promoting that.
Yeah, I
As
think.
soon as you get people are putting points into that, people are putting champ. They should be banging you on the front page of everyone, not just the people that are recommended. It should be everyone's stream that you put on top of the.
So I just want to add, just to add on to that, the issue with that is that if I have taken part in it and I follow the channel that is being boosted, I can't actually see the end result. So I don't know if that channel's been boosted or not because I follow them and I'm sub to them, so they always come up in my stream on my homepage anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like for me, there's no tangible result to that. But okay, my answer to that is kind of on top of what you've said, but. I think Harris Heller has also said this, and I will shout him out because I don't want to say it's just my idea, but I think other people have had this. They need to do something more with clips. They need to do something more with clips, like facts. Like I know for it, I like legit, and I'm gonna shout myself out here, not because I've clipped them myself, but I know I have some hilarious clips because people have clipped them. So they obviously find they obviously find it funny. I've obviously done something that have made people go fucking hell, what a dickhead, and they've clipped it, right? But no one sees those. The only way people see them is when I go to a stream and they've got that plugin or whatever it is, or that website that goes, guys, go and check out Aphen. You know, Trash Ella, she's key for it, and Pike. Go check out Aphen. Boom! Exclamation marks. SO Aphen. Boom! Out it comes on the TV on the screen. Other than that, my clips are completely redundant. No one sees them. Now,
unless you post them yourself.
Unless I post them myself on Twitter, on TikTok, on YouTube. Yeah. But then it becomes more diluted. I've got to make sure that my clips are catchy enough to bring people to my channel, which is what you want anyway. But if Twitch had a browsing page where you would browse those clips, because no one wants to, let's put this now, right? Like, as much as I'm enjoying the conversation, and I know that there are people in the chat that are doing this, that are enjoying the conversation. If people were browsing across talks, shows, and podcasts, they'd probably come up with 250,000. In fact, Pike, Jamie, can you tell me how many people are currently streaming a talk show and podcast on Twitch? Just tell me that number. And so out of that, people would then go and they would browse streams individually. A, you would miss the ad revenue you get at the beginning of it. Not me, but Twitch, the pre-roll ad. So then B, no one would stay for it, so it would increase your bounce rate. So they need to do something with the clips. They need to do something with clips that are not monetized, and you can go, like, basically your TikTok, scroll up, this dude's funny, 8.8 thousand people are currently streaming talk shows and podcasts. So that would mean that someone would need to come in and browse 8.8 thousand podcasts, or 8.7.
So not views.
It might be views. It might. I don't know. I've not seen. I didn't look. Is that 8.8 thousand views, or is that? But either way,
viewers.
There's a lot of people. Well, apparently I'm eighth. Apparently we're eighth in the row. Yep. GG's. Well done. Well done. So either way, people need to browse through what's been streamed in order to get to me. Whereas clips, it would be a quick of offline content as well. I don't stream all the time. Neither do you. Neither do other people. They've got this quick stream. Hey, look, while you're offline, we thought we might like this. We thought you might like this clip. Boom, here. Oh, actually, that's fucking hilarious. Aphen's hilarious. I'm going to go check his stream out. I'm going to follow from that clip so that when he goes live again, I get the notification, and then that's when they can decide whether to stay followed or unfollow me. That would be my opinion.
Someone in the chat has also just said, though, there is a lot of shit clips. There is some shit clips.
Yeah, and that's a fair shout, but let's be honest, there's a lot of trash clips. Yeah.
But then potentially do the same as what TikTok do. As soon as you like something, it'll then bring you up. It'll bring you up in the recommended. It's basically recommended clips. So say if someone is a just chatting streamer, and then they go onto the clips page, they'll be like, oh right, here's other just chatting clips that you might find funny, and then they can click on that and see them. I think that'd be a good way of doing it.
I completely agree. There needs to be something, right now, because if you think
an algorithm.
Yeah, and when we're offline, no one's coming to the channels. No one's coming to the channels because there's nothing bringing them there. Thank you for that, Pike. Fantastic question. Our third or our fifth and final community question comes from the one and only Puffy, and we're going to listen to this question now. Guys, if you're watching as well, you're going to get a treat. Here we go.
Hey, Con Mac, this is Puffy Pez. My question to you is, briefs, boxers, or something else? Please let me know. Thanks.
Puffy, thank you so much for that question. I mean, that's the question that look, Puffy's out here. We're all here having a conversation on streaming and all this sort of stuff. Puffy is legit asking the question that everyone wants to know. So I got to ask you, Connor. I've got to put you up to the test. Which is it? Briefs or boxers? Or something else?
I personally wear thongs, but no, I wear boxers. I like boxers better.
And now, for some reason, I actually want to know: are they the free flowing boxers, or are they the tight sort of boxer briefs?
I can show you if you like.
No, you don't need to.
They are the fitting ones.
Agreed. Need a little bit of security there, right? What I was gonna, so I wanted to ask in terms of, do you stream in your pajamas or like clothes? Is there something that you stream in? Do you get going on from this? Do you get quote unquote comfortable, if that makes sense?
Yeah. I literally have pajamas on. I wear the same pants pretty much every single night, and I just change my top. The only thing I wash is my tops. Like I wash my pants like every few days, and I just change tops every day. That's literally all I do.
Yeah, same. I stream in shorts every day. I always change into shorts. Streamers have legs, I know, right? Chat saying. Brilliant. Look, guys, thank you so much for those community questions. Obviously, I think it's one way that I think we can get the community involved in this podcast. So if you're listening to this podcast right now, and you have questions for other streamers, you have questions for other podcasts, you have questions for me or in general, go to twitch.com/AphenTV, hit a follow, then go to Twitter, find me on AphenTV, and get your questions in. We do have an email. If it becomes a big thing, I'll send out my email. But at this moment in time, we don't need it. There is a Discord as well. Link here in the VOD if you're watching on YouTube, and the link will be in the description for the podcast, so don't worry about it. And I just want to clarify, because a couple of people on chat are correcting me. I say twitch.com because my Twitch channel is AphenTV. If I was to say twitch.tv/AphenTV, there's too many fucking TVs there. I only need you to remember one. I need you to remember one, and that's AphenTV. So that's why when I said Conmax earlier, I said twitch.tv/Conmac26. Brilliant. Good. Now we've cleared that up. Let's look at this then. Numbers. Let's talk about numbers. Chat saying change my name. I've tried. Numbers. Conmac, do they affect you? Simple question.
No.
No. Okay.
If you want a simple answer, no.
Okay.
But if you want like a recent answer, then yeah. They never used to. So they never used to affect me. I've always had my current on. Always. I've never taken it off, because even if I saw these numbers dropping, it wouldn't say if I went from when I first started, say if I got to 10 people, because
sure.
I pretty much always had 7 people in, because I used to have the 7 people that I know would come in and watch all the time to get my numbers up.
Okay.
If I went up to 10 people and no one was chatting and it dropped back down, I wouldn't give a shit, because I was like, all right, well, they clearly don't like my content, fair enough, they can leave. But if someone chatted, then I try and chat to them. As of late, I will. This is like a reminder for all the streamers that are listening as well. My numbers have come down. Before Christmas, again, I'd blow my own trumpet here, but my numbers were outrageous. Like they were,
you were doing really well.
They were getting to like stupid numbers. I was getting like 40 averages and stuff like that, which is absurd. I wanted a goal of hitting. I wanted a 20 average. I wanted a 20 average in a month before a year of streaming. And I was getting like these 30 plus averages every stream. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. And then this month, in the last 2 weeks, I think it's been, my numbers have come back down to what they were previously at, if not lower. So I was getting like 17 averages. And I was like, oh shit, what have I done wrong? Like, I've never thought about that, because I'm normally like, all right, it's okay. But I think because I've seen such a dramatic drop, I was like, oh shit, I'm doing something wrong here. But then
did you honestly feel I'm doing something wrong? Because like you hadn't changed much. You hadn't changed your stream. You hadn't changed the content. You hadn't changed how you were. And the only thing that realistically could be said is that you added additional streams. You added the Tuesday stream, and you added a Saturday movie night in your Discord. To increase sociability. So you didn't change. So did you honestly think that you were doing something wrong?
Yeah, I thought I don't know if people were getting potentially bored of what I was doing, or the people that I had, I don't know, maybe found the streamer potentially like me, and be like, this guy's got better numbers, potentially better chat, which is not true. No one has a better chat than our community.
It's true.
So, and I was like, but to take a dive from getting, I was like some of my Sunday streams, I was getting like a 37 average. I was like, holy shit, is this where I take off now? And then to plummet, I was like, I must. If it was like, say I was getting a 20 average and it dropped down to 19, I'd be like, all right, understandable. Some days people can't get in and stuff like that. But because it had taken like a 10, 15 decrease, I was like, there's something going wrong here. But then, just for every single streamer currently, between January and February, numbers will be down. I've seen it from maybe 6 or 7 different people now that have been doing it for a long time, and they say every single January and February the numbers will come. They do it. It's on pretty much all social media, mainly YouTube and Twitch, but numbers will come down. So don't get disheartened by it. It's just keep doing what you're doing.
It's like most things, isn't it? We were saying the other day. It's like most things in terms of things return after Christmas, all that sort of stuff. People either going back to work, or they're sorting out, or they gone to the gym and all this sort of stuff, changing eating habits. So it changes. We've got a great positive question in there that you just have to keep going and keep having fun. The viewers will come. It's disheartening with the lowering of numbers, but it's a case of fighting through it, I guess. And I think, this is great. Yeah, I've noticed after a boom, numbers drop, and like Connor said, numbers will drop in winter. They will, but they will come back. And I think this is the difference, isn't it? Is having. Some people could say that you're arrogant, right? And people that don't know you will almost certainly call you arrogant in terms of, I've got 1K followers, doing this, I've got this sort of average, all that sort of stuff. But actually, it's not arrogance. It's having confidence in what you do. Do you know what I mean? It's having. Go on.
I don't know because I am severely dry humoured, and I do take the piss a lot of the time. I always go into yours and go, "Well, you didn't get a 20-man raid."
No, I know.
And
then I say, "But you didn't have a 311 max viewer on one of your streams, right?" Yeah.
You'll go, oh yeah, look at this beastie raid, 24 people, and is that it? And you know full well I'm taking the piss. I think that's why a lot of people don't like me, because I am dry and fun. There was a stream once, some guy came in, I can't remember what he said. He mentioned something, and I told him I literally went, oh, for fuck's sake. I found like he put in the chat in bits, so then it came out in fucking text to speech, and was like, he doesn't mean it. He is literally being sarcastic. He's a sarcastic motherfucker.
And I think, but that's the thing, isn't it? This is the difference. It goes back to what we were saying earlier in terms of those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind, because there will be people that come into your stream. And they'll give you a couple of minutes. They'll stay through the 30-second The Boys Season 2 trailer that everyone's was getting handed with a month ago. B, they'll sit in the chat and they'll see what's being said, and then C, they'll be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And they'll have a conversation with you, and then that's when they go, "All right, I'm in." Those that just come in and go, "Well, what the fuck is this? This ain't what? Okay, well, you just you ain't going to be part of this community. You're not going to be part of." You're not going to come back to my streams. You don't give a shit. You want me to focus on you. And actually, there's 15, 10, 6, 5, 25 other people that I want to give my time to. I just want to pick this out. Someone in the chat has said, it's arrogant when it's Connor. He's just a pissy man. Do you agree with that statement, Connor?
But again, they're taking the piss because they know.
Exactly.
Like.
Exactly.
Yeah, people know what I'm like, and then people stay around, and it's funny. I know what I say, and I find it hilarious. So.
I just want to check. So you were talking about this when Fanlight had to say that he is being sarcastic. Don't worry, this is just his humour, and that was in response to someone saying, "Oh, give me a fact." You said, "Give me a fact. How did you find us?" He said, "Oh, I'm from Canada," and you were like, "Oh, right, you're the 5th Canadian we've had here. Great, thanks."
I was like, "For fuck's sake."
But it is, and people know within your channel, within your community, the whole thing behind the community and stuff like this. I stayed because I know he was taking the piss, and I think this is good, isn't it? Your community breeds community, it breeds openness, and that's what you want. And if people aren't going to be, go on.
and as the question was before, it's not toxic. It's not a toxic environment. It's not people taking. We're not taking the piss out of people and being discriminatory and being horrible. We're doing it 'cause
it's not
banter.
fitting or
It's
fuck
fine.
off, is it? It's not fitting or fuck off. It's a
No,
case.
no.
Absolutely, and I could be, I think I could almost be a testament to that, because I think when I first started coming to your streams, I would just be like, hey, and you're like, hey, welcome in, and then I'm like, right, you've said my name wrong for a start, so I need to tell you how to pronounce it. It's Aphen, not Aphen. And then it was like from there, it was like, all right, calm down. I'm like, all right, you're gonna say this? Here's my meatloaf recipe. And from there, I just started giving you meatloaf recipes, and it sort of grew from nothing, didn't it? Almost to a degree, and that's the difference between someone that actually wants to be part of a community and someone that wants to have people be part of their community. Yeah, okay, great. So numbers. So going back to numbers, and you sort of reassuring that, I think it is reassuring. I think. My channel's done tremendously well. We were talking about it the other day. It's almost gone opposite. How long? But I've been one that has always been affected by the numbers. I started with my numbers being viewed on my stream, and then it just affected me too much. They changed, they went up and stuff. But it's not about me. It's about you, Connor. So going back to numbers, we're talking milestones, goals. You set a number of milestones at the top of the year, or goals as you called them, and I think your thing for goals was, it's nice to have goals. You don't necessarily need to achieve them, but it's nice to have them. And it was to set 200 Twitter followers, hit 1,000 Twitch followers, and what was it? And collaborate with other streamers.
Yeah.
Talk to us about milestones. Or goals? What's your thoughts behind them?
So I never really put a time frame on. So my first ever goal was obviously the affiliate's first goal, but after that it was, I wanted to get to 500 followers. I was like, once I started getting into a few, I was like, I can get 500 followers. It's going to happen. I didn't put a time. I didn't say we have to get it done before this time. I was like, we'll get to 500 followers. I'll do a 12-hour stream, and we'll just have a good day. And then I started getting like 100. I was basically averaging 100 followers a month. I was like, we could hit if we keep going as we're going, we could hit we could hit 1,000 followers before a year of streaming. So I was like, do you know what? We'll set it as a goal. If I don't hit it, I don't hit it. So I did 1,000 followers on Twitch. I was like, I'll do 200 followers on Twitter, because Twitter's a little bit dry sometimes. So I was like, we'll see what we can do. I was at like 150. I was like, if I can get 50 people in, I think it was like 6 months, I'd be well happy. I wanted a 20 average, which looked like it was going to happen. So I was like, I'll just put a 20 for now and see if I can hold that. And then I had the collaborate with potential streamers, and potentially join the Twitch team, which we won't get into. But yeah,
we're not getting into that.
I think it's good to have goals. Otherwise, I think sometimes things can get a little bit boring as well with people. At least then, I think it helps with the community as well. Like people, when you've got these goals, well, people not more inclined to share it, but people are like, oh yeah, he's going for this goal and stuff. Like, go and drop him a follow, and it's nice to see.
This is super interesting. This is super interesting, because we were talking about goals earlier this week on one of the other, and having sub goals on stream and all of this. 30 to, I've got 30 out of 60 subs, and I've got 100 out of 500 bits, and all of this sort of stuff. And okay, so you're an advocate. So are you an advocate for follow goals, sub goals, bit goals on stream?
I was. The once I got to 1,000 followers on Twitch, I was like, right, that'll do. I'm not going to aim for any goal. We'll do more stuff. Obviously, I'll be like, if we get to 1,500, I'll be like, yeah, we'll do something mental. But I used to have the bits goal, because I saw it in other places. And I was like, and then I remember, I think I watched it. That might have been Harry Seller as well. And I watched something on him. He was like, he went, set it, because if people see them numbers, they'll want to get you to them numbers. And I was like, I got to a point. I was like, I don't need to do this. People, I'm not necessarily in it for the money. I'm in it to get into an amazing community, and meet some amazing people. So I was like, all right, I think it was maybe probably 3 months ago, I was like, I'm just getting rid of it. I don't need it anymore. Happens.
That's interesting that you say that, because I'm certainly one that if I see a follow goal, I know I've done it with, like, I think you had a bit goal at one point, which ended up it was in that stream actually where there was a few other people that were like me, and you ended up turning the goal off because I think it was at your bit goal, and you were like, you know, something like it was like 700 away or 500 away from your goal, and I think I was like, you know, okay, here's 500, and then a few others were like, oh, what, you had a bit goal? Oh, here's some more, and you're like, no, and you end up having to turn it off. Now, I certainly can be like that. When I see a goal, I'm like, okay, people need to reach that goal. What can I do to help that? You know, but also at the same time, I don't like thinking that other people feel that way towards my stream. So it's like an oxymoron in itself, or a contradiction. So I can see what you're saying there. Okay. But in terms of your goals for the stream, in terms of your goals for the year, you've almost smashed them all already.
Yeah, I've done them. The team one was potential.
The team was potential, but we should let you probably just said it, and I might have zoned out. But you've been invited to join a team, correct?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you who it was. But we just know it wasn't Sneak, right? Look, yeah. So, like, I think that's fantastic. You know, and I'm going to show a clip real quick to the rest of the VOD, and to those who are in the VOD right now and whatever else. And this is your clip from when you hit 1,000 followers. Let's have a look at this real quick. If I can get this up. That's what she said. Great job. Well done.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh man!
So you go down. We'll be partners soon. Remember us in Rapid.
Holy shit balls! Oh my god!
So what was it? Talk us through this a little bit, Connor. What was going through your head when you reached that? You knew that you were going to hit 1,000, and I know because we'd been talking about it, and we'd had conversations about how I was during that time. I mean, I was out on a fucking walk at the time, and I'm like, it's coming. Any moment now, it's coming. But how are you? Talk us through that. We've talked about goals. We've talked about where you started, doing the 24-hour stream. We've talked about then you came back last year. You had your friends, your fam, your squad helping you out with your average. We talked about where you're getting to, follow for follow, all of this sort of stuff. And now here we are, 8 months later. Boom, 1,000 followers. Go. What's going through your mind when that party popper is pulled?
Whenever I watch that back, I keep smiling because it's ridiculous. I never thought I'd get to that stage. That's the main thing, because I never thought I'd be at this position, especially in such a short amount of time as well. It was ridiculous, and I knew that it was going to be massive, and I knew there was quite a lot of people in the chat ready for it as well. And I was like, I bought this party popper that I didn't think was going to ruin my room. All right, I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I thought it might have been a little explosion. My desk would have been a bit dirty. My entire room, I'm still finding bits all over the fucking floor.
Madness.
It was outrageous. It was so good. It was so hype. It was, as you can see from the video. I've said this before. I'm not fake. Everything in that video was completely like my emotions. And I don't show emotions a lot because I'm dry as fuck.
Because you're a man. You're a double hard bastard. You don't emotions get in a bin.
It was just all legit feels.
The best thing about that, I think, and you touched on it very, very, very briefly there, is that it wasn't just you. I think everyone in that chat that day was waiting for it. Mate, I'm walking. Yeah. I'm doing a walk. I'm out with the family. I'm walking, and it's like I'm on the phone. I'm like, are we there yet? Legit getting people to ping me on Discord. Are we there yet? He's at 98. He's at 90, and it's like. Yeah, fair point. I didn't even realize I was fucking saying that, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize we were saying that. Wow, I'm going to get choked up. That's insane, bro. And I think, legit, if people don't know what ConMac 26 is about, if people don't know what the Swamp is about, you need to watch that clip, then you need to get in the Discord, and then you need to go and see one of his streams, because that's legit. It's all of this. It's all encompassing. And that it was. I remember thinking, shit, is he going to do it? Am I going to miss it? I don't want to miss this. We've come so fucking far. Why is this not, And so to get to 1,000 in that way, and I remember it just fucking popping off. But did you? You must have known that there was going to be a pop off.
I knew it'd be mental, but I was like waiting for just the emotes to go mental. I didn't have the Better Twitch or whatever it's called,
BTTV, yeah.
I was like, I knew that the new Hoya fucking emote, and I was like, we're fucking.
We're just gonna
it's
spam this.
mental.
The
I was
interesting,
like,
the irony
I
of
thought I could
that, the irony of the Hoya becoming a thing just before that.
Yeah.
It's so serendipitous, you know, such fate that you know, a community. Look, and the chat's going off with it now in terms of these Hoyas in the chat. You know, this emote of your face doing a Hoya, which is for those listening on the podcast. We're talking about is it Alyssa Violet, and she's doing the "Can I get a Hoya" or whatever it is, and this turned into something that you've done, made a meme. You've made an emote rather. And so when I remember being there, ready with my 15 Hoya, Conmac Hoya emotes to spam the chat, I mean, where's your head at now? You've reached 1,000. What's the next goal?
There is no official goals now. Like I said, I'd like to join a team that fits me, not a random team. And literally now it's just improve my streams. I got that graphics card put in. So I'm just going to try and keep providing content. Basically, I want to, like I said, I want to get into more streamers. I want to collaborate with more streamers as we are doing today. I want to get with some new streamers. Sorry, there's a lot going off my ear.
Because people are following you.
I think someone just subscribed to me.
Amazing. You got to let me know.
Thank you, Brave Ollie.
Brave Ollie, well done. Live, guys, for those listening in those car journeys and on those, or when you're working from home, Compact has literally just got another subscriber live as we're doing this. You know, guys, and this is you needed that Hoya remote. Chat saying, look, he's legit come back to put the Hoya remote in the chat, Ollie. Oh my days, it's popping off in the chat right now. Fantastic.
This is what you expect when you come over to Aphen TV as well. You will get a pop-in chat. Make sure that you give him a fucking follow. I know this is on his social medias, but if you listen to it on Spotify or something, get over here.
Absolutely. Well, absolutely. You know, I think so. Look at them fucking going. All I'm seeing is your face right now in the chat. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh my god, guys, this is insane. So no goals. So when we say what's next for Conmac 26,
right? Okay, there is a goal. There is a goal actually. It's to include the community more. That's why I've started doing the movie night stuff like that. We've improved the Discord within the swamp. Funlight's been working hard on improving that. We've been chilling in the as you know, we've been chilling in the general chat in an open chat, and we've had people just dropping in, chatting to us. We've done movie nights where we had a good, like, I think there's about 7 or 8 of us in there just chilling. That was the first ever one. It was just a random one. I just want to try and get the chat involved more. Just the community in general, just involve more and just make it more of a community basically. And
so it's an open-ended goal rather than saying right by August we're going to have this. I think we're going to have a more popping chat. It's a case of just making sure that you're available. Excuse me, in more ways than one, shall we say?
Yeah. Just keep at it. I just want to keep at it. That's the main thing. Keeping a schedule. A schedule is one of the most important things on Twitch. There's no point smashing it for 3 weeks and then going off for a month. It's pointless. It's completely pointless.
No, okay, and that's a great shout. And we've sort of reached the end, not the end of the show notes, but I'm sort of digressing a little bit here. So I hope you don't mind. But talking about, what did you say? What, in fact, just remind me. What did you just say? Can't remember either. No, me neither. You said about oh my god, I can't remember. Someone in chat, could you remind us what we said? How does that happen?
What did you say?
Well, I have no idea. You expect me to remember? Keep at it. Okay, look, this is great.
Go on, Funlight, you got this.
Oh dear! Someone tell us what we just were talking about. Okay.
Community.
It was. We were talking about community, not setting goals, and making the chat more. Look, everyone in the chat's like, wait, what? What's going on? Community. Let's just talk about community. So you're going to make it a little bit more open. You want people to know that you are available. That's it. Available in more ways than one. You are.
Yeah.
We got chat saying no specific goals, more activity in a Discord. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Be better. That was it. So you want to be more active in Discord then?
Yeah.
So
I just want. I feel like the people that have spent all the time with me and keep coming back to my streams and chatting, just coming into this random Northern lads chat to not feel like the. Yeah, I basically want them to feel part of a community, and if people are having a shit time, like I know my mental health stuff, I never talk about it because I feel like mine's fine, but I don't really talk about and I don't really talk about it on my stream because I don't really have a problem, not a problem with, but I don't get affected by it. But I want to feel like other people to, if they're having a shitty day, they can be, oh, they've got a movie night on tonight, or Comax, he's not doing. Instead of streaming tonight, he's doing something in the actual. He's doing something in the Discord. He's streaming Rocket League while he plays with Fanlight. And Chuggles might be like, well, I'll jump in with some Fanlight with some Rocket League.
Okay. Let me just jump in real quick there, and I don't want to jump in and discount anything you've said because I think it's absolutely fantastic, and I just want to make this known. I've just seen for the podcast, for those listening on the drive home. Thank you for listening to us. For some inexplicable reason, those in the chat on Twitch have decided to give us a hype train. Thank you for your love. You do not need to do anything else. But you're talking about what you've just talked there, or what you've just described there in terms of mental health, being more, acknowledging mental health more, and being more, not necessarily available. But I want to take you back to what you said at the top of the show in terms of your 24-hour stream, and in terms of just thinking, well, fuck it, let's just have a go. Would ConMac 26 back then have ever thought 8 months' time he'll be doing a podcast talking about how he wants to be more available for people that might be suffering during lockdown? No
chance, no.
Fair.
No.
And what do you think? What do you think's caused you? What do you think's helped? Not helped you. What do you think? That's patronising. What do you think? Opened your eyes. What do you think's opened your eyes to that?
Just the amount of people that that are coming to your chat. Like this, I don't want this to sound horrible, but some people come in and kind of not want the attention because they might be going through something bad anyway. But the people that are in there that you kind of don't really see. That are going for anything, and then they might find every now and again you get a message that you wouldn't even know about. They'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm having a hard time at home," and then they're like, "Oh, yeah, but your streams actually help," and that is outrageous to think that again, some Northern lad is actually helping someone get potentially through the week, and yeah. I find that insane.
No, and okay, so and I've had messages myself, and I'm not just going, "Oh yeah, because you've said it, I'm going to say it." You know, it's. I've definitely had messages which like, you know, I had one this week actually, which is like your stream has legit helped me get through lockdown, and you're like, holy shit. Yeah. So I want to be devil's advocate here, Connor, and I want to ask you, does that then make you feel compelled to do it, or does that, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but does that make you feel compelled to do it, or does it make you think, right, fuck it, I'm going to make this the best fucking stream?
I just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I've not. The only thing I've changed is actually mentioning it as such. I was always open to it.
Sure.
I'm just kind of I'm more. I see it a bit more because of obviously the people that come into the streams and chat and stuff like that. Like the mates that I had. We didn't really speak about it, and it weren't a massive thing. We just kind of cracked because I just sat there in my own little world, me playing games, and it never affected me. But then, seeing people going through the stuff, you're like, I don't feel like I have to mention it. I kind of want to mention it.
Well, this is it, isn't it? And you know, mental health. And I'm similar to you in the sense of, you know, it's almost stiff upper lip, isn't it? It's like, yeah, okay, get on with it. If shit happens, make the most of what you've got and fucking be positive and just get through it. You know, I think I've had conversations with you over the last couple of weeks where I think we're kind of the same ilk when it comes to a mentality of that. And so it's interesting then to think that actually, like I love the streaming. I love being a just chatting streamer because I'm so fucking sociable that actually this stream allows me probably to maintain my mental health in a much more positive position, in a much more healthy situation, because I'm having conversations with people. If I wasn't streaming, who would I be talking to all the time? Work, my wife, my son. Every now and then I'd speak to my friends, but they don't do video calls or anything like that because they don't want to do them. So it's a case of, actually, this is an outlet for me. If it's an outlet for me, then it's definitely an outlet for someone else, or it's an inlet. Do you know what I mean? And I think, and it's interesting that, you say that actually, here I am, 9 months down the line, I've done a 24-hour stream for Macmillan Cancer. So it's almost weird, and I don't want to make you, I know you're not an emotional person, I'm not trying to make you cry, don't worry, but you go back to when you started streaming, and it's an honourable cause, it's Macmillan Charity, and you look at where you're at now, and it's an honourable cause, and it's like maintaining or promoting positive mental health in a northern way, shall we say, because it's not a case of, hey, Mim, chat earlier was talking about positive toxicity and overdoing the positivity. Someone comes in your chat and says, hey, why are you gingy? And you're like, why are you not? That's the sort of, do you know what I mean? That's the response. Why? Yeah, and it's like, all right, yeah, I'm ginger, and so what, and even down to the part where we were talking, I think I tweeted about you a couple of weeks ago. I said, guys, he likes CrossFit. Yes, I said CrossFit. And I had a conversation. I said, why do you like CrossFit? You're like, don't know, I just do, I can't. And it's that northern stiff upper lip of, you get shit, you got to deal with it. But actually, I can deal with my shit, so let me try and help others deal with theirs. And I think you do yourself a disservice, ConMac26, to not realise that actually you do such an outlet for so many people in so many days of the week. And I think now I'm going to take this opportunity to say that to you, because it certainly helped, it helped me have a laugh on nights when I've been in there. So, I can see the chat saying well said, so, good. Let's move on before you do cry, because I don't actually want to embarrass you. Looking at how and I think we'll sort of round this off with you want to make your Discord more open, but also earlier in the show, we talked about networking. How much networking is too much?
When it takes over your life, if that's all you do, then it's just pointless, isn't it? There's no point. If he's too northern to cry.
He's too northern to chat is saying he's too northern to cry. Probably
I feels alright, only for animals. So yeah, I think I do the right amount of networking.
For sure.
Networking, you don't always have to do networking just to be like, oh, I need these viewers. I like going out there and just chatting to people.
Yeah.
And then if they come into and go, like, I went into a stream. I won't mention it. I went to a streamer recently, and I was just chatting to him. I chatted him for a couple of days, and then someone asked me, they were like, "Do you stream?" And I sent him a message separately and was like, "I do, yeah, but I don't want to. Obviously, I'm not gonna basically self promote someone's channel." And then they followed, and then through them, we now raid each other and stuff like that. It's crazy how things work.
And this is how communities, this is how this is how relationships are forged. Someone taking a chance, someone being out there, someone being open, someone being accepting of others, and going into a chat, going into another chat, and spreading that. There's a streamer that I've watched actually. He's been in the chat a couple of times this week actually, and I never thought he would have been in this chat. And I'm going to mention him. He talks about passionate positivity, PP energy. If he sees this, then fantastic. But and that's it. It's being passionate about what you do. It goes back to what we were talking earlier about fake. If you're fake, people are going to see right through you. And you can be fake in terms of trying to support people and trying to be open and trying to be there and trying to have your Discord open, but people will see right through it. I make no note. I have a freaking timer in my chat that says I use Twitter much more than any of the socials to set people's expectations that you're not going to get a full-blown conversation from me from Discord every second of every day. But at the same, and I put off having a Discord for so long because I didn't think I couldn't maintain it. And I think, I think networking's a great thing, and I think you make a valid point that actually it becomes when it's too much, it's time to stop, and you can network to a degree of your networking becomes saturated, it becomes follow for follow at some point, doesn't it? If you don't do it correctly.
Yeah. I think you need to have a good balance when you're streaming. You need to play like I said, I take Thursday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday off. Use my days off, and I used to do Tuesday and Thursday. I play games with all my friends.
Yep.
Off stream, and then on the Saturday, I wouldn't even touch my PC in the slightest. You need a balance. You need some fun. You can't be on your PC 24/7. It'll take a toll on you.
No, absolutely. Talking of that, it is Saturday night. We have taken you away from not being on your computer. You'll review the show notes and you'll see that the things that we haven't talked about, which I believe probably means that we need to do a part 2 of this at some point down the line. You've said off air, but I'm going to get you on air. Would you be up for doing that?
No, it's been shit. This. Of course. I've said I'll happily do this again. It's I think again. I'll say it again. I think we bounce off each other pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much bang on, really. I think what did Fanlight say? The Ant and Decker Twitch. I'll take that.
I'll take it too.
If you haven't seen the clip of Aphen opening that bottle, there you go. It's need to watch that.
And this has been a little bit more, I guess. Dick and Dom. Chat saying Dick and Dom. Get the fuck out of here. I think. This has been a little bit more structured, a little bit more quote unquote sensible, or is sensible the right word? But it's more a case of I wanted to. There's so many people that know you through streaming. There's so many people, I know you through streaming, and I think actually it's with lockdown, with everything else, so many people are jumping up and talking about, I'll stream. And actually, I thought it would just be quite cool to have a conversation with someone like you that would be able to talk about. This was my journey. This is what I did, and I can see people calling us Bill and Ben now, so we should probably stop before we go further, Connor. But I just want to say, for me, thank you so much, for doing what you do when it comes to the stream. Whether you play games or whether you just chat or whatever, it's a hell of a release for me at nights, and a couple of hours either before I stream or even nights when I don't stream, and it's like, okay, let's just go chill in the chat. You cultivate with Fanlight and your other mods, you cultivate such a positive place, such a banterous place. It is my level of humour, and so thank you for that, and thank you for taking the time to do that, because streaming takes a lot out of someone. And I think secondly, thank you for agreeing to do this, dude. This is your Saturday night. You've given up to say, yeah, fuck it, let's help you, and I appreciate that. And I hope the chat have had a good time as we come to the we basically come to the end of the stream of the podcast essentially. I hope it's Connor, anything you want to say realistically? And guys, before I let Connor say any last words, you're not dying. It's in your funeral. It's you can find ConMac26 on TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch. ConMac26. That's CONMACK26. His name is down here in the VOD. It will be in any description that we have. Thank you so much for listening. For chatting along, for the community, for the community streams, for the community interaction that you've had. This has been the first episode of the What's Aphening podcast, pilot episode with ConMac26. ConMac, over to you. Anything you wanted to say?
No, thank you for having me on. It's been a good time, and hopefully we shall do some more stuff in the future. Like I said, I've got a couple of plans that I want to do with a lot of the other streamers. So watch this space.
Watch this space,
and you might get an inbox.
Yeah, well, dude, my DMs are always open for you, bro. Look, thank you ever so much, Connor. I really appreciate it, guys. One more time, ConMac26 on Twitch, on Twitter, pretty much anywhere. TikTok, certainly go and follow him on TikTok because I know he's pushing that. Guys, stick around because we're gonna look for someone to raid. Thank you, Connor. I'm gonna move over to the next. Do you want to do a Hoya? Should we do a Hoya?
We do one.
Let's do a Hoya, yeah.
Are we all ready?
Yeah. Get your emotes ready.
Get them ready. Are we doing a joint one? Are we going on?
Yeah, let's do
3,
it.
2,
Whatever
1,
you
say
want.
it.
If you sub to Combat, get that Hoya, and we're gonna do it. Here we go. Go on then, Con. On you.
3, 2, 1.
Can I get a Hoya?
Fucking started.
Clip it. Thank you, Connor. I'll speak to you soon, bro.
See you later, buddy.